It's a Friday, Albuquerque. You know what that means. It's a football Friday. I guess I really screwed that one up. It's a football Friday, Albuquerque. Seems like the only time of the whole year where football matters is this time this year right now.
I don't think that's true whatsoever.
You think it's mattered before?
You're not watching the news or listening to our friends of the show.
What? How so?
Football matters year round.
I don't think it does.
What about the draft combine, when the schedule comes out, fantasy drafts, the preseason, every single week, record numbers of people watch more and more football. Now all the interest driven up by Damar Hamlin and the uncertainty of the Bills and Chiefs and Bengals and Ravens in the playoffs. It's never been higher.
So obviously I'm talking about the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the Georgia Bulldogs on Monday night. That's the only thing that really matters.
Get him, Van.
No, I already did.
Hey, you was on
I'm
fire.
done.
I like the way you came in.
I'm done. Next. I made my point.
Bunch of football games.
Not reiterating.
Bunch of football games.
I'm already correct.
That do not matter.
Calmer than you are.
I can't wait for the Browns game.
The Browns can put the Steelers out of playoff contention. There's
Every
playoff implications.
Game is important.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you both 2 seconds to talk to me about the Panthers and the Saints before I just shut you both up.
Well, the Panthers is important because it's a open quarterback job. Who really wants that job next year? Is it trash heap Sam Darnold trying to reunite the fire he has for football and live up to the potential? Could Taysom Hill make a statement and get the full-time job next year? There are implications that go way further than your entertainment dollar, Fred. You're being selfish here with your hot takes.
Well, first of all, I'm not watching that game.
Of course we're not.
If it come across red zone, that's when I'll catch that one.
When Taysom Hill scores his 4th touchdown of the day, 1 on offense, 1 on defense, 1 on special teams.
That's the same time slot as Ravens Bengals. What are you doing?
Ravens Bengals could get spicy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ravens Bengals could mess up NFL's whole little clever playoff plan.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Ravens Bengals.
Oh, I guess I missed which playoff plan.
Oh, you don't know what's going to happen if the Ravens win? Oh, man, they've been talking about this for the past day and a half.
Dog.
Coin flips and everything else.
That's crazy.
Different sites.
They're voting. They said, we're going to take a vote. The Chiefs said, we're not voting. We're too impacted. What? That's why you should vote. You should go out there and rock it. Rock your vote. Do they not know what today is? Do they not know that today is Robert Gibson's anniversary?
What? This is the day 2 years ago
that you went to D.C.
I figured out what insurrectionist meant.
Ooh.
Nobody used that word before 2 years ago today. Nobody. Just call it what the word. Terrorist, okay?
Fair.
That's
Very
what
fair.
it should be called.
It's just some good old boys letting off some steam.
Insurrectionist.
Letting their voices be heard.
How many insurrectionists can you get to spell insurrectionist correctly?
It's 11 letters, according to Kyrie Irving.
I'm actually about to count right now.
They're showing all that. Do you guys remember 2 years ago? They're showing all that. By the way, a lot of that video, none of it still makes any sense. You go back to watching it. And also, Robert, you weren't part of the show at the time.
Yeah.
Van and I broke down January 6th on our Saturday show right after it happened. Callers are like, stick to sports, you losers.
You got that? You got those?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
We let them on the air.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would have been a glorious day.
It was a spicy
That
day.
was so stupid.
Very
I would have
spicy.
loved to hear this.
Yeah, a lot of those questions are still out there on that January 6th.
I had a self-imposed contest of how many pseudonyms I could create for the insurrectionists.
That was very funny.
That might have been the highlight of the week or the month, maybe.
Robert's at home watching it. He's like, he goes, that's a noose. I know what that is.
No, actually, that was the second category. Because I was like, how many black people were here?
0.
It was the one. There was one.
More than you think.
Remember the brother that was inside? He was just standing there observing?
Yeah, he was a cop and he was holding his hand out, stopping him.
No. He was just there observing.
So
he was just doing the robot through the video,
Yeah,
like the guy from Chappelle Show.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah.
I don't get that reference.
That's hilarious.
Big thank you to friend of the show, Eric, over at Rio Grande Credit Union for helping your boys out today.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
Shout out
big
to
shout out
Eric.
to
What's
Eric.
up, dude?
Big time shout out.
And the Rio Grande Credit Union, which is now not a sponsor at all of the show, but that's where the corporate account's at now. So good. There you go.
Longtime friend of the show, but a new friend.
They haven't monetarily ever been a friend of the show.
I mean, Eric personally.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Sure.
He's like, I've been listening a long time.
Yeah.
Said, thanks, brother. He said,
Hey, longtime listener, first time banker.
that's us.
Yeah.
No, that was him.
Yeah.
Here's what he said, Rob. He said to us, he says, well, Van, you look exactly like I thought you would.
No way.
It was like, do you remember when we were at the Super Bowl and Pat McAfee was like, hey, Jared, why are you so much better looking than Van?
Oh,
do you remember
yes,
that? Do you guys
yes.
remember that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that did not
Van,
happen.
do you remember that at the
That
Super
didn't
Bowl
happen
whenever
whatsoever.
Pat McAfee?
And then it threw him into such a depression that he got so drunk at Universal Studios. That's what really
Do
happened.
you remember that, Van?
Well, that was a plan.
that's
Pat McAfee made that happen.
Pat McAfee ruined your life over the course of that long.
So me being an absolute legend and getting kicked out of Universal Studios has nothing to do with Pat McAfee. Although it is a Pat McAfee-esque kind of tantrum, little situation.
Because he would end up in like Arroyos or whatever.
Yeah, end up in a ditch in
Yeah.
Mexico. Yeah,
Hero.
similar.
You remember when Pat McAfee said to Jared, our boss here at the station who helped us go to the Super Bowl last year, whenever he said to Jared, hey, Jared, nice mustache.
Walked right by me. Walked right by me.
I thought he saw you out of the side of his eye, like out of his side eye. and
No, he looked
he
directly.
looked directly at you.
Like that's not up to par.
Zero mustache compliments from one Pat McAfee for this man right here, Van Nunley. Jared Hart, though, got all the love, all the attention,
Deserved.
that Pat McAfee drip that he and you live off of to this day.
And Robert.
No, Robert, not so much.
Robert,
Not so much.
the belly laugh that came from me and Robert.
Oh, yeah, that I couldn't let that go.
It's
that
the
was-
realest laugh I've ever had.
I know
It's
he heard
insanely
it too.
funny.
I
Yeah.
know he heard it because we didn't let him get away from the table without laughing.
Yeah.
First.
It was the weirdest part was whenever you started to follow Pat McAfee and then try to get him.
See, this is all lies right here.
You're like a
This is-
puppers. It was like at the adoption agency when
Would you-
one puppy gets adopted, but you were the one that wasn't.
Well, I had my eyes on the prize of doing our next interview and getting the show done. I was working.
yeah?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, jog my memory on who that next interview was.
There was none.
Vernon Davis.
It probably was.
It literally was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's the most handsome dude I've ever seen in person.
It's unfair.
You see how he just disrespects us? See how
Yeah.
he disrespects us, fans?
That's two to Van. Who's the most?
I don't need compliments from strangers because I have mirrors in my house.
Who is the most famous person to ever call you ugly? Yours is Pat McAfee.
Okay.
Oh, I got one for
Yeah?
sure.
Who?
It was oh gosh, let me think of his name. Go keep talk amongst yourselves. I gotta get it. I gotta get it
Hey,
in my head.
Man, we just need to take a second here.
Yeah, just take,
Robert's
take,
thinking of thing
yeah,
out.
take,
Hold
take,
on.
take a second.
Yeah.
What's yours? Is it Caroline Ray?
Caroline Ray would not have me, and I know that you know that story. That's so funny that you remembered that story. Robert, the story is
Okay.
You just started throwing shade at me out of nowhere. I had to conjure something up.
I was in Modesto, California, getting my hair cut,
Yes.
and it was next to a comic, like a club. It was next to like a club.
Yeah.
The headliner, Caroline Ray. Caroline Ray, you're like, who is that? First of all, yes, you're correct. Secondly, she played like the mom on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Okay.
So me being of that age was like, I got a thing for you. So I go in there, watch the show. Afterwards, I'm like, hey, come to this bar with me. But I did like a used car salesman. I was like, come with me. And then she was like, this is a really nice night, but I'm not having it. And I was like, oh,
Ouch.
you have hurt me.
I got mine.
Yeah.
I just thought about it because when you said comic, it was Day from Friday, which is Mike Epps.
Okay.
Mhm.
We had a roasting session after a show, and I was getting the best of him, and he killed me off and called me 50 Tyson. You remember who 50 Tyson is, Van? I know Fred has no clue.
I've
who
never
that
heard of
is.
that in my life.
You check him out,
Cicely Tyson.
and it was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. And I said, actually, I kind of do look like 50 Tyson.
All right, I'm looking up 50 Tyson
Yes.
right now. By the way, we'll put a photo of 50 Tyson on the
It's not that far off. It's not close enough.
No, it is.
No,
It's not close
no,
enough to
when-
be a doppelganger.
When he told me, yes, it was.
Okay.
Because I had short hair. Yeah, it was face was slimmer. Yeah,
Hey.
he got me.
Low-key, I knows
He got
this
me.
is right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Double barrel.
yeah, for real.
My real answer. Are you ready, boys?
The bell pepper. What's up?
So this would have been 2017. It would have been the Super Bowl in Houston. So I'm at the Super Bowl in Houston, and it's and also, and this is not going to come as a surprise to any friend of our show. I know nothing about UFC.
Okay,
Are we all like holding that to be a truth in this moment?
I'm with you.
Us and the friends of the show know
Yes.
that.
They are very aware.
Yeah.
So I had interviewed during the day. I still have her number. I interviewed during the day Amanda Nunez, who at the time was the UFC something weight heavyweight champion of the world.
Mhm.
Okay. So that night I had like VIPs to this Snoop Dogg concert. Okay.
Mm.
And I was like, Amanda, you trying to go to the Snoop Dogg concert with me? Like, what's up? And she's like, because she does not speak the best English in the world. She's like, yes. I'm
At
like,
the time.
yeah, I believe it is probably better
Right,
now.
Right.
So, anyways, so it's weirdest lineup we ever seen. It's Sam Smith, who I'm not super familiar with, the Chainsmokers, who I know from Club Bangers, and then Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
So we're up in this VIP thing. It's like like whenever you build a structure outside of a building to do repairs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like I don't know what pipe and drape. I don't know what this thing is called. So there's this bar thing upstairs where we spend the whole night drinking and getting weird. And she's like, "Do you have another pass?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got another pass. Like, what are we gonna do?" So, anyways, she walks away, comes back with her girlfriend. I had no idea.
Oh.
I thought for sure.
Thought you was in there,
I
huh?
thought I was in there. I was not in there.
Is that we talking Bud Light confidence in the moment? Because women who like women, and
Also,
historically, in my humble opinion,
okay.
not hard to decipher. I believe my radar would have went off pretty fast.
So to be really fair, also a little inside baseball here.
To be really fair.
Thank you, Robert.
No,
Okay, it's
no,
different than the normal one.
It's
okay.
still not it.
I was like 6 months into divorce,
Mm,
so like
Okay.
the world was in trouble.
Oh, sure.
At that point.
Yeah.
you're just drooling on
That's
everything.
the danger
Correct.
zone right there.
Yeah, you're that Looney Tunes wolf
Wo-
with the Aruga eyes.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
You are saying it correct.
Uh-huh. You're welcome for that image.
What is this? 17?
Hmm?
So this is 6 years ago because it's
Okay.
2023, right?
Okay.
Did I do that math right?
Close enough.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good enough.
If I go back to Houston right now, there may be like a 6-year-old baby Manfred running around somewhere, and I would be like zero surprised.
Yeah.
Zero surprised.
Same situation with me, but
Everywhere.
Mexico and Vietnam.
That same night, this is a weird story. So that same night, after I have to get away from Amanda Nunez, and who I assume her lover and probably future wife.
Now hold on.
Yeah.
You're already in that situation. Why not take
Yeah.
it to the next level,
Yeah,
brother?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to know when to hold them,
Okay.
know when to fold them.
Well,
Okay.
in some situation, you got to know when to go all in. And is that what you should have done?
It did not seem in that moment like that would have been a high percentile for your boy.
You got to take your shot.
So I walk over to the bar.
And you say, "Hey, ladies, you wanna climb Fred Mountain?"
It's a sentence I've never said.
I was about to say.
I doubt that.
I hope not.
I would have said like Mount St. Fredian or something. I would have come up with something more clever.
Yeah.
Fred Majaro. There would have been something. But I walk over to this bar and how tall am I? Like very?
Mhm.
Like,
A lot of tall.
Yeah, I'm a lot of
A
tall.
lot of tall.
At the time, in better shape, also less
Mm.
gray.
Ooh.
All right. So I'm not doing so bad in my life. It's only gotten worse from there progressively. Because I work over this bar, I'm getting zero attention. I can't figure it out. Like normally this is not a thing in my life. Standing at the bar is the cat from Anchorman, Vince Vaughn.
Oh, wow.
So Vince Vaughn standing at this bar,
Who's also a big boy.
who's also a big boy.
Yeah.
So I walk over, I'm like, hey brother, like whatever, and go like stick my hand out. And I say brother because I watch pro wrestling, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, hey brother. And he turns to me and he shakes my hand. He goes, "My name's Vince Vaughn. It's nice to meet you."
Okay, we all know.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
We all know.
Your name is Vince Vaughn.
He Hollywood you.
I thought it was actually kind of nice. I thought
Yeah.
it was humbling.
Well,
Take the time to introduce yourself.
okay.
Anyways, hung out all night, did super weird stuff. Not Amanda Nunez. So there you go. That's the girl who I believe said I was not attractive enough. She didn't actually say it, but I could feel it.
Okay. All right.
She probably said it behind my back in a language I don't speak.
You should speak at least. You should speak enough Spanish by now to where you know a girl's calling you ugly.
What is the word?
Not like food.
It's
like
not even the
food
word.
or communication.
It's just the look, the infliction of the words.
Yeah, so you should know that.
She
much.
probably had a black eye or something. I couldn't tell. Such a stupid
That's
time in my
crazy.
life. Oh gosh. So yours is Pat McAfee, mine is Amanda Nunez, and yours is the
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps.
Well, I think Pat McAfee did is because I'm too good looking.
He
and
saw you as
knew-
a threat.
Yeah, he saw me as a threat,
Ah.
and he could tell Jared needed a compliment, threw him a bone because I didn't need it.
I don't think that's correct.
At least that's what I tell myself every time this story gets brought up.
I think I'm gonna bring it up a lot more today.
Okay, keep going.
I'm gonna bring it back
Bring it back.
regularly.
Okay.
We got away
Like
from
the
this.
actual story or like
Yeah.
your version?
Although my version gets more creative every time I tell it.
Creative. You
that.
hear that, Robert?
Yeah, yeah.
No, just in the storytelling aspect, it's all factual.
No, none of it is.
I just find, you know how you find different ways to describe insurrectionists?
The
Yes,
person, the
yes.
person and setting are the only things true about this story.
Everything else is creative.
It's the
Correct.
four of us sitting around a table on Radio Row. Pat McAfee walking by.
That part's true. That part's true.
He isolates you, then takes his attention from you
Okay.
to Jared,
This is where the lies start.
passes off the most banger compliment of all time, which is nice stash, bro.
Mhm.
Continues on.
Correct.
What me and Robert and everyone else like close heard was F you Van. That's what we all heard.
Naturally.
He's like, why is this
Naturally.
guy with y'all?
Yeah.
That's what that's the energy I
He
got.
said, Jared, why are you slumming over here? Because of
Jared.
you.
No, he felt pity for Jared.
No.
He saw me, the actual rock star of the bunch. He's like, that dude's got it going on. He doesn't need my energy right now. Let me compliment this guy with the mustache.
So let me get this straight.
'Kay.
You think the Pat McAfee rub
Correct.
was not for Jared,
Mm.
or you think it was for Jared?
It was for Jared.
To
yeah,
boost,
for sure.
To boost
To
his
boost him.
self- Okay, got it.
Because that's
I think it was to continue to propel him past you, but
And-
you believe it was to bring him equal to you.
and get him close to nipping at my heels at least, like to where I could hear him behind me, like at least that close. Because Jared obviously peaked in that moment, and he won't shut up about it. That his whole life is downhill from here. That he got a compliment from Pat McAfee.
You not getting the compliment.
Well, that's
That-
definitely the highlight for you that day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you say day or year?
That day for sure.
I had a rough year.
Because it was hours later that I got kicked out of a Universal Studios. I think that would have been the highlight.
Head coach of the New Mexico United, Zach Prince, will join us at 5:00. Big announcement from the United today as they signed 3 players simultaneously. Signed
Ooh.
Signed simultaneously.
simultaneously this morning at 10 a.m. obviously. So we will break that news to you. Please don't Google it. So it's news to you. Zach Prince will join us at 5:00. That will be very good. We'll have a lot of fun with that. Update on DeMar Hamlin where we get back. Also, we're going to do all these weird NFL playoff possibilities they're talking about, a couple football isolated stories, and then the final hour of the program, we're going to do all picks for the weekend. So we're very excited about that. The boys are on till 7:00 tonight. That's
It's
going to
a
be
full program.
Entire show.
It's gonna be a good little episode, and we're 2 men on live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. Play on Team I-9 starter days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. Which, by the way, boys, I was there this morning, shooting around, doing my thing, getting a little lift in, hanging out, whatever. You know how it is. Pickleball, boys.
Pickleball's taken over.
We have to get some rackets.
Are they mallets?
No, I think they are rackets.
They're rackets.
Yeah.
Aren't they solid?
Some are wood, I
Some
think.
are.
But
yeah.
there's like carbon fiber ones too. I looked at them on Amazon. They're upwards of $100.
This is all a scam.
What?
Big pickleball. Nice try. I'm just going to use my racquetball racket.
I don't know the rules, but I feel like there's probably one against that. Like
You talking to me like I just started following the rules all of a sudden?
this is not your house. This is the Y. We have there's Y rules.
Okay, if there's Y rules, I will follow them.
Thank you. Now, if you build your own pickleball court at a
Shout out Albert. I'd never do anything to hurt you.
who what?
Yeah.
Why are you apologizing to him on air?
Ahead of time, covering my bases.
All right, weird again.
I'm getting ahead of it.
New Mexico's vodka is Teller vodka from the Albuquerque Aardvarks on the social media. So we would whoop a rugby team at pickleball.
That's my thinking noise. No, I think anybody with any kind of athletic prowess whatsoever will beat us at just about anything.
I'm not losing at anything.
I love that attitude.
I whooped on Brandon Ortega in 2 games of horse this morning, and then some people came in and were talking to us, and he beat me 5-0 in the 3rd game. But I had already won the first 2.
You threw it for the spectators, didn't you?
All right, hold up. I didn't want you to say that out loud, but you know how down he gets.
Same thing Pat McAfee did to Jared.
Strike that, reverse it. Monday night, we're over at Howie's Sports Page. Come hang out. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, all in all, things looking good here in the metro. We do have slowdown southbound on I-25. As you approach Osuna, those are going to last until Montgomery, but everything else looking really good. I-40 moving up to speed in both directions. Paseo, Alameda, Montano, your river crossings, they are all looking good as well. And north of town, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe, that's moving up to speed in both directions. South of the city between Albuquerque and Los Lunas, no problems in either direction there. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of player.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street, reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss, are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAFFIC for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAFFIC for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAFFIC.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost, online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
In today's home mortgage market, it's important for consumers looking for a mortgage to shop around. The reason? We have just come out of the lowest rates in history, and many homeowners jumped in to take advantage, and mortgage lenders across the country were making huge profits. Today, the mortgage volume is a fraction of that, and these mortgage companies are in a panic with profits falling off the cliff. So what are they doing? They're charging borrowers interest rates and fees much higher than they deserve. That's because the higher rate and higher fees, the more profit. In other words, the lenders are maximizing profits on the backs of consumers. They are counting on borrowers not shopping that mortgage around. Indigo Mortgage will always try to get the borrower the lowest rate with the lowest fees, and we have saved homeowners many thousands of dollars over the years. So shop and shop local with your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700, or on the net at indigomortgage.net. NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
Are you amped?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, here's the update, boys. We didn't hit DeMar Hamlin in the first block because
A lot of mustache talk.
but they have removed the breathing tube
Yes.
from DeMar Hamlin.
And he's talking and
Oh,
FaceTiming.
positive.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
The way I said it, I tricked you. I mean, it sounded like it was a bad thing. I don't know if you heard my tone and my inflection.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
That's what I did. DeMar Hamlin has his breathing tube out, came out overnight. He has been speaking and FaceTiming with friends and fam. He's had it in since Monday. Let's go. Let's go. We're receiving the good ending, boys, is what is happening.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise, the elite level athlete who plays for $1 billion franchise, who has millions in the bank, who is receiving the best possible medical care that can be treated by his superstar athlete body. He rebounded quickly. Yeah, baby.
I think it has a lot more to do with the medical staff over at the University of Cincinnati. But yeah, I think you're right.
Team effort.
I mean, it was an assistant trainer. They gave
Right.
him CPR in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not Robert Kraft. It's an assistant trainer.
Why are you bringing Robert Kraft into this?
It's the only billionaire I could think of. Also, as I'm looking at this right now, it's been moved to the IR, boys. So
Way better.
way better. I love it. It's like this one was so weird. We were just talking a little bit about celebrities making fun of how bad Vance's mustache is, but like, do you remember when Robin Williams passed away?
Of course.
Yeah.
That one like messed you up, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
for real.
None of us ever met Robin Williams.
Right.
You remember when DeMar Hamlin had a cardiac arrest on a football field? I guess I shouldn't have said we don't know that. A medical emergency on a football field?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And it like messed us up.
Sure.
Kind of weird how that kind of stuff can happen.
Well, it's not like an injury. It's not like a concussion. It's not like a knee injury. It's not like a wrist injury.
Right.
He died on the field and had to be resuscitated for life. That is traumatic. I don't think I've ever been invested in the health outcome of a stranger my whole life.
Yeah.
Maybe Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That's about it.
I was going to go Osama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opposite.
I
of
was
life.
going the opposite. Yeah.
You go the other way. Yeah.
Because that medical staff, that attention, University of Cincinnati Hospital, the medical center, whatever they're going by. I mean, that really did like subvert a national tragedy.
Sure.
Seriously.
I mean,
Yes.
tragic event.
Yes.
Because the NFL season would be like immensely different.
The future of the sport. Him bouncing back and being okay this fast changes the whole landscape of the rest of this season. If he, let's say hypothetically, he passed, especially on the field, but if he passed at the hospital later, can the Bills even play? You know how much PTSD will be involved in that? Now that you know that he's okay,
Yeah.
now you know he's okay, you could turn the corner and get your eyes back on the field. But if he passes, they might have to replace the whole team in the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
Might be a rally.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking of. It's the rallying cry, for him. Win it for DeMar.
I don't think you can field your whole roster. There's some guys, if he passes, there's some guys on the team, I guarantee it, that have too much PTSD, have too much stress, have too much anxiety from that event to play in a football game.
You don't think they would he would want us to go out there?
That's
and
what
win
I
this?
think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm leaning to. And I have a very bad example, but it's a very good example for one day. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit dies on a Sunday.
Is that a hockey player?
Nope.
I was just guessing from the last name.
So as he dies,
Sounds French Canadian.
and all the details aren't out yet, right? Murder, suicide, all that stuff. But on that Monday, on Monday Night Raw in St. Louis, Missouri, every single pro wrestler came together to put on like the best Monday Night Raw of all time for Chris Benoit. Now, obviously, it ended up being terrible and awful and everything associated with it after that. But I do think there is like a rally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, for the Alamo. Like, I don't know what other analogy to give, but that's what I think.
I mean, they already have DeMar Hamlin patches on their jerseys.
Oh,
But
they
this
do?
is
Yeah. They just
I didn't
put
know
them
that.
on.
yeah. I don't think, I think the majority of the team would want to play, would want to rally around it. But the trauma involved, like his closest friends on the team, like I know you're awful at sports, so you don't know this, but there's a really bond between teammates. If you go to war together, you battle together, you practice together,
Mm-hmm.
it's as close or closer than family.
I got an example.
So all these guys he's the most close to who had to watch this event, that's the last thing that they might do in the sport ever is watch their dear friend perish on the field. Some people can't come back from that. I agree that most people would want to rally, and that would be the common consensus. But we're talking about deep mental health trauma, seeing this event, just witnessing this event, the level of PTSD and stress that will be inflicted on you. You can't just snap your fingers and come back from it.
I think I have an example where you can, though.
Okay.
Daryl Kyle. Daryl Kyle passes away.
Sure. Tyler Skaggs.
Owen Hart. Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them.
Right.
And, like,
but that's not on the field in real time. That happened off the court, not on your eyes. You didn't witness it firsthand.
Well,
These
Owen-
guys.
Owen Hart did.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hank Gathers.
So that's a good one.
Hank Gathers. Only thing they did was they skipped over the WAC tournament, named them the champion because they were number 1 seed, and they rallied behind that, went all the way to what, the Elite Eight? I think that's what happened. And he fell to his death on the court.
Also, same number. So I don't know how like coincidental this is with Hamlin, but the Intimidator.
Oh, yeah.
We're all these years later, and people still rally around that. But hey, the NFL would have done something like that, like 3-minute mark, timeout, moment of silence or something. Because
They'll still probably do that.
Because NASCAR does that with Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that Hank Gathers is the only one I can think of where it happened, where they play, everyone was present. They gave him the little break, but then they was like, hey, we got to go on with the tournament.
Well, that's a good point, too, because like a Dale Earnhardt, that's a circuit. That's everywhere all the time. You're never playing in the same place. Owen Hart Pro Wrestling, that'd have been Kansas City. It's not like you wrestle in Kansas City every night.
Right.
So that is a little different if you think about it like that.
Yeah, the same place, same field.
Daryl Kyle was in a hotel room that was in Chicago, so that wasn't even St. Louis.
Skaggs hotel room.
Skaggs hotel room, yeah. I'm really trying to come up with a one where it's like, I just don't have it off the top of my head. Because Sean Taylor was not during a game.
Yeah, I think Gathers is the closest comp, and I still don't feel like it's that great of a comp. This is unprecedented.
Where'd Reggie Lewis die?
Oh, good one.
Not on the court, right?
No. Yeah, I just feel that the mental health, if he passed, the mental health of his brothers on the field would be in serious jeopardy that you can't just bounce back from in a week. I know some dudes could. There's 53 men on that roster. They're all going to have different feelings and different reactions.
Mhm.
And I know some of them would be concerning their mental health would be very poor.
There's probably a bunch of dudes in the league, too. I mean, this probably saved dozens of retirements. Like, because there probably would have been dozens of, like, instant retirements.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't deal with this anymore. I'm not going to be this next one.
There will still be some.
Sure.
And I think in the
Yeah,
off,
you've seen a bunch just from CTE and concussions.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think, and obviously it's best case scenario because it looks like he's going to make a recovery. We don't know what to level. We don't know any of that stuff yet. But there would have been like a call, an outrage, a I don't want to use the word outrage. That sounds so negative. There would have been conversation about this whole thing just kind of needs to be done, but obviously it's too big to fail.
That.
And you do, yeah, it would have been a weird in-betweener.
So I just looked up the time between the death of Hank Gathers and when the NCAA tournament started.
Sure.
It was 11 days.
It's like not a lot.
See,
No.
that's unfair for young student athletes.
He died March the 4th. They scrapped the WAC tournament, and the tournament started March 15th.
Business as usual. I don't think that would have been the answer.
But that's the only one that I could go to because, you know, it was on the court.
Right.
They were all a part of his funeral procession. And then I remember immediately it was, we got to win this for him. I don't know how to me, that puts everything in a bigger perspective of what they did then after going through what we just saw with Hamlin.
Well, low key, I don't know anyone from Pittsburgh who regularly takes small planes to Puerto Rico. So, I mean, maybe there is some PTSD. So, Roberto
Clemente.
That's
Got
Roberto
you.
Clemente, man. Got you there.
What's even worse, Van? Hank Gathers' funeral was March the 12th, 2 days before the tournament.
It's bonkers. I'm glad this conversation is just hypothetical.
Yeah.
Because DeMar Hamlin is doing fantastic.
Right.
He's bouncing back faster than I think even the most optimistic projection would have him.
I don't know enough to know that because I haven't heard, I think, from an official source what this thing was yet. So
they still haven't.
Yeah.
No.
Like Twitter is like, it's this, that, or vaccines or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's everything
But
on Twitter.
Just the fact that he was completely unresponsive,
right,
and then had to be intubated at 100% oxygen levels and then put under to take pressure off of his lungs, that is a bad sign.
Oh, none of this was
3 days later, he's got the intubation tube out and he's talking to people. That is a miracle.
Well, that's the thing, too, when we talk about miracle, we were talking about the other day. The three of us and all the friends of our show, we don't know enough about medicine. Like, I don't know how regularly, and whatever this thing ends up being, if it's DeMar who tells the world or a representative or whatever. But I don't know how regularly medical professionals save people from this or a thing similar to this. I have no clue. Is it all the time? That'd be awesome.
I mean, honestly, if he's not a young, successful professional athlete and he has to be put under and intubated and giving 100% oxygen, that becomes a hard decision for a lot of families, whether they're leaving him on or not.
I know when I had the COVID and I had that breathing thing.
Yeah.
I want to say my number was 100% oxygen. I don't know if that's true.
I don't think that's true.
But I know my oxygen on my own body was in the 60s.
Yeah.
And that's why I was having organ failure.
That's dangerous.
So then, but like also, look at me. I'm not a pro athlete.
No.
I'm super fat.
Not young.
I'm also not young. We got to grab a break before we get the callers, but if we see you guys lining up, we will do that when we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM. Is that friend of the show, JD?
Yes, it is.
We'll get him when we get back. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save big store-wide at the Truckload event at Lowe's, happening now. For a limited time, get up to 50% off select tools and accessories. Shop the event in-store or online today. Valid 12/29 through 1/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
Well, traffic right now, a couple of crashes to tell you about. Northbound Wyoming and Harper, we got a crash here that's causing slowdowns. Also crash plane up 528 between 19th Street and Sarah Road. Be careful going through there. Appreciate the calls on the Traffic Tracker hotline about both of those. Elsewhere around town right now, I-25 southbound Osuna to Montgomery, that's moving slow. I-40 at the moment, moving up to speed in both directions. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Safe to say that anybody who was worried about Josh Allen and the Bills can stop worrying about Josh Allen and the Bills, because they've made it pretty clear over the past week and a half, they're better than just fine. Back in first in the AFC East, they've won 3 games away from Buffalo in a span of just 12 days, and Josh Allen is starting to look like Josh Allen once again, which is to say, putting on laser shows, slicing up defenses, and posting dubs.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager. Only refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona, 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas, 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana, 1-877-770-STOP. New York, 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee, Redline, 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia, 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, how Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Friend of the show, JD, is with us. What's up, brother?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing good, man. What's going on?
So, I saw, everybody saw Chris Beard got fired. So it's kind of like a game of would you rather, right? Do you think that he will sign with a non-Power 5 school next year, meaning the 23-24 season, or will he sign with more of a Power 5 school in the 24-25 season? And remember, right, when you've got NIL, transfer portal, all you need is a really good coach to be competitive, especially in basketball. Football is a little different. There's probably only 8 teams that are really capable every year going into it that are capable of winning national championship. Probably even less than that, maybe 6 when you get down to it, right?
First of all, the Texas job, go get it if you're anyone in the whole world who coaches basketball.
Right. Yeah.
Secondly, no one is hiring Beard.
Yeah, he's out of there.
He's out of there.
Yep.
You can't, assault on a family member?
Yeah.
No, the answer, JD, is maybe a JUCO that don't know.
He'll be on Last Chance U.
That's him.
He will get a job.
What?
Where? No, he will get a job.
He'll never have a chance to get a job as good as Texas.
Not a D1 job.
But the story of the incident's a little iffy. He claims he was acting in self-defense, and
so Dan White,
his wife has said nothing to repudiate that. Like, she was coming after him, and he might have like overstepped his man strength or whatever in the situation. Still, it's a domestic violence charge. He got fired because of it. It's a real incident. He'll get another job.
You don't get fired mid-season when it's not real.
Oh, it's real.
It's super real.
It's real. But he's like protecting himself.
Well, hey, I'm gonna say it like this: like, we better just lock down Patino on a 10-year contract. That's what I'm saying. Because that's Texas.
Seriously,
JD, that's Texas.
Yeah, but it did. It is real, and there's no refuting it. What happened happened. But what I'm saying is, you don't think that anybody's going to pick him up within 2 years? Florida A&M, anybody? You don't think anybody's going to pick him up within 2 years?
I mean, maybe like a pro team in Columbia where they don't care about that stuff.
I guarantee you.
He'll be working for somebody like that. Within 2 months.
Yeah,
he'll have an analyst job or something within 2 months for somewhere we never knew. But I'm talking about back in coaching again. There's going to be schools that are desperate enough that they'll be like, yeah, you know what? He got fired. He paid his penance. There you go.
I believe it. There's too many examples for that not to happen.
Yeah.
If
I mean, there's no denying what happened, right? Something happened, but they did their due diligence and they've taken their action and it's done. I just think that he will be back within 2 years. I think he'll be back 23, 24, right? So next fall, he's going to be at a non-Power 5 school, I bet you.
I agree with you, JD.
Something like that.
It depends on the outcome, though, boys, because like I currently work at a university. I would not work at that university with a felony on my record. If he catches a felony, you don't pass the background check. Like, it's that easy. Like, maybe I'm being like ignorant and wrong here, but like I work at New Mexico Highlands University. Like, that is an employer of mine. I had to pass the background check. That's why he's going to get held up. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
Quote.
Okay.
Also, I'm talking HR here. I mean, what do I really know? I mean, that's
Listen, this is his fiance right here. Chris did not strangle me, and I told that to law enforcement that evening. Chris has stated he was acting in self-defense, and I do not refute that. I do not believe Chris was trying to intentionally harm me in any way. That's his fiance. Chose not to press charges. Like,
yeah.
Texas, I think, is doing the opposite of due diligence here, and they're just throwing their hands up and said, well, we don't want anything to do with this.
The contract included a provision under which he can be fired for cause of conduct the administration reasonably determines reflects poorly on the coach, the program, the school, or the university system. That includes being charged with a felony.
Yeah.
You might be right. It might have just been black and white right there.
Yeah.
What was he making a year? $5 million?
All of it.
All right. Yeah, here it is. Second season, 7-year guarantee contract that pays him more than $5 million. I mean, hey, it's hard because none of us make $5 million. That's not that much money in that world. That's a good deal.
That's good for basketball.
It's good for basketball.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, there are probably incentives in it, right? So
Sure.
he probably has another $2 or $3 million in incentives tied in. Who knows? Especially at Texas.
Probably gets a code for free enterprise.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a cool thing.
Probably a big incentive not to attack your fiance.
Ooh, and a big incentive for her to lie?
Maybe.
Let's. I mean, look what Rick Pitino did. Right? Look at
good
everything
point.
that he did along the way, and he had more than right. He had several questionable instances that happened with him. What did he do? A part-time off, and then he coached for 1 year in the Italian league, and then Iona snapped it and said, "Yeah, we're good. We're good with you."
I mean, you have examples like Coach Bliss. He did like this. That to me, that's the biggest example.
Oh.
It's not far off.
No, there's a lot of examples. I mean, there's a
lot
lot both ways.
A lot of examples.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many examples
Yeah.
from this exact situation.
Mm-hmm.
My answer, JD, as I see it in this calendar year, is he will go to Columbia and coach a professional team in South America or something of that nature. But also, speaking of Patinos, we need to lock ours down because I don't need Texas. If he gets a single phone call from a Texas area code, you take that phone from Coach Patino, you throw it on the ground, and you smash it.
Actually, let's talk to our friends at Verizon right now and just block block every call from Texas to Coach Patino.
don't we need to make sure the contract is actually signed this time?
Oh, JD.
Yes.
Boom.
Oh, damn
wow. He
All
had
right.
that one in the tuck.
We're going to break.
All right, guys, thanks, guys.
Cheers, JD.
Such a dumb good call. Wrapping up the hour whenever we get back. 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save now on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get an additional 10% off all in-store clearance appliances and take home what you buy same day. Shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 1/5 through 2/8.
Well, traffic right now, a couple of crashes to tell you about. Northbound Wyoming at Harper, we got a crash here that's causing slowdowns. Also, crash cleaned up 528 between 19th Street and Sarah Road. Be careful going through there. Appreciate the calls on the Traffic Tracker hotline about both of those. Elsewhere around town right now, I-25 southbound Osuna to Montgomery, that's moving slow. I-40 at the moment, moving up to speed in both directions. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. It is always something with Jim Harbaugh, isn't it? Who's got more drama than this guy? Nobody. Not only are the NFL rumors swirling once again, a source inside the Michigan program told The Athletic yesterday that the Wolverines were officially served a notice of allegations from the NCAA. Uh-oh, I'm Jim Rome.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of player.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Looking for the best tacos and burritos in New Mexico? Check out Pericos on Isleta and Rio Bravo, in the heart of the South Valley. Come in and watch one of 7 TV screens, or enjoy the patio with a cold beer or a glass of wine. Let's not forget about the stuffed sopapillas, tamales, fresh guacamole, and salsa. If you like fresh, quality food at great prices, add Perico's new Mexican restaurant to the top of your list. Perico's has been serving and keeping customers satisfied for the past 40 years. With 5 great locations, you're never too far from amazing new Mexican food.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We're about 6 minutes away from everyone getting off work.
Stoked.
Ready for that weekend.
Happy for you guys.
Not us. Is today payday? No, today's not payday. Today was payday. I hope it is a payday for everyone listening to the show. That's how I feel right now.
Every day should be payday.
Every day. If you got a little bit of coin in your pocket, you can come out tomorrow night to the New Mexico Runners boys making their home debut.
Welcome back, runners.
And you're like, my friend, I want to go to the Lobos game tomorrow night. Well, don't worry. You can do both.
You can do both.
The Runners game is at 2:05. Come check out the Runners as they host the Amarillo Bombers, which, by the way, I hate.
Just right down the road.
They could stay down the road if it was up to me. That's how I feel about them.
Well, if they stay down the road, they can't come here and lose, Fred.
And catch L's.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the worst. So they're at the Rio Rancho Event Center, 2:05 start. Get there just a little bit early to get to your seats. Obviously, all the things are kind of associated with arena soccer, including a fun tailgate out front. I mean, it's the one. This is the thing I have the most fun doing, like professionally speaking. This show's cool. Whatever. You guys are fun. Cool. My university job's real strict. I have to use proper phrasings. That's fine. On this, I get to go completely WWE.
Yes.
Every team that comes to town is the most vicious, just atrocious.
Especially Amarillo.
Especially Amarillo.
Do you take it back to the territory days?
Dog.
Yeah, those were the best.
All I do is roast. And then I tell them, I say, listen, if you are a friend or a family living in Amarillo watching this broadcast, you call these players friends and families and you tell them to tune in because I'm going to ruin these people. I'm going to ruin these human beings. There's vitriol, Van.
Does Amarillo play in cowboy boots?
Thank you.
They haven't figured out shoe technology yet.
Correct.
It might help them.
And it is a 2-hour set of me roasting. And I will that's it. It's that I talk about the action a little bit, whatever.
Well, Fred, how do we find you?
I think the live stream's on their social media. So it's on their Facebook page. So check that out, facebook.com/New Mexico Runners. I know
go in person.
There's a YouTube stream. That's the move. Go in person. Put me in your ear.
Smart.
Because I'm not talking about the game anyways. I'm cutting a 2-hour-long promo.
Yes.
On the Amarillo Bombers. What do bombs even have to do with Amarillo?
Maybe they're talking about jackets. I don't know.
They're talking about jackets.
How can your city be so sad that you're not known for anything?
Only thing I can think of Amarillo are the Funk Brothers. That's it.
I think they have like a theater that's relatively famous.
The Pantex plant is America's only nuclear weapons assembly and disassembly facility. Located on the high plains of Texas Panhandle, 17 miles northeast of Amarillo, Pantex is centered on a 16,000-acre site just north of U.S. Highway 60 in Carson County.
Not even there.
All it is the only thing I can remember about Amarillo or think of is that steak place. If you eat a steak.
Oh, yeah, that big Texan steak place.
That's it.
I went there once when I was a kid.
How was it?
Don't remember. I was a kid.
Oh, you know what they got? Hey, we were just being stupid. They got that Cadillac Ranch. Where all the Cadillacs are buried in the ground like Stonehenge.
Oh, yeah, and you go in and
that thing does slap.
Them.
That is a cool thing.
I've stopped there like 4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what, and so you should have been the Ammy Caddies. Like that's a way better team name.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That and so much very more. Oh, this is fun. I like this one. So from the texter. This is so stupid. So we're talking about the runners, right? They're obviously at the Rio Rancho Event Center.
Mm-hmm.
The Rio Rancho Event Center, I believe, unrelated to this conversation, just sent me an email.
Okay.
And it says, can you do me a favor? Cut me a voiceover that says, we'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Because January 14th, Monster Truck is coming to town to the Rio Rancho Event Center, and they're about to run it out. Yes.
That's a good time.
The answer is yes, we're going to do that. Let's go to break before you get that, Rob. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, a couple of crashes to tell you about. Northbound Wyoming at Harper, we got a crash here that's causing slowdowns. Also crash cleaned up 528 between 19th Street and Sarah Road. Be careful going through there. Appreciate the calls on the traffic tracker hotline about both of those. Elsewhere around town right now, I-25 southbound Osuna to Montgomery, that's moving slow. I-40 at the moment, moving up to speed in both directions.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save now on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get an additional 10% off all in-store clearance appliances and take home what you buy same day. Shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 1/5 through 2/8.
If you see an accident, call the traffic tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Rarely can we all see a bit of news and agree that it's good news. Well, we have some. This is absolutely amazing. At Rap Sheet tweeted earlier today, quote, "This is amazing. For the first time, Bills safety DeMar Hamlin is addressing the team via FaceTime. The breathing tube is out, and he has spent the morning speaking to various teammates on FaceTime. Now he's delivering a message to the entire group, I'm told." End of tweet. As I said, absolutely incredible. The Buffalo Bills also tweeted, DeMar Hamlin FaceTimed into our team meeting today to talk to players and coaches. What he said to the team, quote, "Love you, boys." End of quote. Love that story. What an amazing, beautiful thing. And every last one of us can agree on that.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out whenever I want.
That's a total no-brainer. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIFT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code LIFT. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIFT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIFT.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back with a powerful Toyota truck. The toughest nails Tacoma is up for almost anything. The legendary 4Runner takes on all competitors. And the off-road ready Tundra has so many premium features, you've gotta take a spin. Let's go, Toyota trucks. Find yours at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
This is KNML AM Albuquerque, a Cumulus media station. Your exclusive home for Super Bowl 57 is the Sports Animal.
Now betting for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
I make you hot to death. Hot to death.
Head coach of your New Mexico United, Zach Frenstrom, the boys on the program. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Oh! Zach, first time on the show. Thank you so very much for taking the time and talking about the future of the New Mexico United and the program. As you boys had a couple promotions today.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for having me on. We're really excited about, where we're at in our off season. And, Yeah, I really appreciate you guys allowing me to come on and talk about it.
So here's what they've done, boys. Okay. So the United have created a feeder system where they take the best athletes in the whole state that play soccer. They make them an even better athletes. They put them on the pro team. Locals come out to support. We win games. We then win ships. And then I go home celebrating the Lobos, who are very good, the United, who is very good, the Isotopes, who are presumably very good sometimes, not always. They can do their own thing, but we're all a bunch of winners. So way to go, Zach. It's the announcement was big. You got some good young talent. I mean, how they contribute coming from the academy to the big team?
Yeah, I think the first, step for them is to, compete in preseason. Preseason's a great time for them. We'll have plenty of games that they'll be able to get a lot of minutes in. So I'm really excited about their growth through preseason. We have 6 weeks through that and 5, maybe 6 games during that time period. And yeah, I think it's really important for them to take their first step with that. All 2 of them, Miles and Andres, have already trained with the first team. Alex, this will be his first time training with the first team. And so I'm really excited for all 3 of these guys to, take advantage of this opportunity.
Alex Wagner, Miles Merritt, and Andres Robles promoted from the academy team to the United.
Coach, how do you balance, focusing on the future for the team and also the now for the team? How does that dynamic work?
We're really connected as a staff. The academy staff and myself are, 4 or 5 feet away, our offices, and so it's constant that I'm, always out to try to get it to as many academy games or training sessions or U23 games and training sessions as possible. And so always monitoring these guys and making sure that we're giving the opportunities to the right guys that are, not only doing well in the field, but doing well in the community, doing well in the classroom, proving themselves always, and then giving them this opportunity. So that's really important for us. But also at the same time, making sure that we're, signing the right players to be, one of the most competitive teams in USL. And I think there's a balance there, and I think we're doing a good job of it right now.
Coach, obviously the end game of the academy is to take this local talent and groom them and make them the best player they could possibly be. But in your estimate, did you think it would be happening this fast, where you have, Nava last year and these 3 young men this year? It seems like you're bearing fruit at a rapid pace.
So what's interesting just in my situation with the academy is, I started the academy from scratch myself. When I was an assistant here, it was part of my job. And, first seeing these kids and where they were at, and then really understanding what the local market was. And what it was is, if you were, a good player, you would end up, going to FC Dallas or Colorado Rapids or Portland Timbers. And so you were moving away at 14, 15 years old. And, my job at that point was to say, all right, can we put something together that doesn't cost any money, that's, free for these kids to come in and play and do well, so there's no financial barriers to enter, and then provide them that, outlet of, professional coaching to say, all right, can these guys come and do it? I saw the talent. I saw it was there. I just thought we needed, to put some structure behind it and, give credit to the academy staff, especially over the course of this past year. They've done an incredible job of pushing these kids in the right direction academically and athletically. And so I'm really excited for these kids, and they've earned every second that they'll be with the first team.
When you're talking about preseason, you're talking about exposing these young men, Wagner, Merritt, and Robles, to play. Are you putting them in their best positions? Is this an opportunity to give them a chance to show what they can do at what they're so comfortable with? Or is this we're trying to fill the need of what the team needs and see if they'll fit?
Yeah, no, this is, a spot for them to play in their positions if we think they're versatile. Andres came to preseason with us for about 3 weeks last year, and he played in a couple of different spots because, we picked up a couple injuries, and that's just part of the game. You got to be versatile in moments, but we don't want to play them out of position because we want them to be successful. We want to put them in the best spot for them to go and succeed and, show what they can do at their best. And that's making sure we put them in the spots that they can be most successful in that.
How does this work with their amateur eligibility? Like, can they still do college stuff, or is this it? This is the next jump.
Yep, they can. They can, and this is so the USL Academy contract's really unique. It allows them to participate in training, obviously, and then also in games as well. It's what Christian Nava signed initially before he signed his first team, professional contract. But it doesn't take away their college eligibility. They're not getting paid.
Super sweet. That's so sweet.
And so it allows them to go to college. Alex Wagner right now is committed to University of Michigan. The plan is for him to go to Michigan. If he, really starts to contribute for the first team day in, day out, then that'll be a different conversation. There's, a lot of steps that have to happen before that professional contract is offered. But it's right there for them to grab.
Coach, what kind of playing time are these young men going to see? Is this going to ease them in, or are they just so hungry to get on the field? You're going to say, hey, run with it, boys.
So in preseason, with our periodization, these kids will get, a lot of minutes, which means at least, 30, 45 minutes in these preseason games, and which is good for them. It's really good for them to see that level, the speed of play, the type of athlete that, it takes to be a professional at this level. And that's really important for them. And then from there, it's all earned, our job and my job is to go and win games. And so if that means that, Miles Merritt, Alex Wagner, or Andres Robles, if any one of them put us in a better position to go and win a game, then they play. Just as Christian Nava, Christian Nava started, 10 games this year, probably would have started more if he wasn't injured, but it doesn't matter to me that these kids are, 18 years old. What matters to me is, are they ready to go and compete at, the level of the USL Championship?
When is the next practice? When is the first practice for these young men where they're part of the team at this capacity?
So right now they're, on our, strength and conditioning program and, getting into the gym and seeing some of the first team guys as well in there. And, but their first strength test is on the 29th, and then the fitness test is on the 31st, and then on the 1st we hit the ground running, and that's our first training session. And then on the 6th the 7th we leave and go to Tucson for 10 days, and we'll be in Tucson and spend a little preseason there and come back, and that's the first portion of their preseason.
So, all right, so February 1st, and I'm recognizing you got a game on the 7th, you said, but what we really want to do is we want to put Robert in goal against these guys. So we want to send Robert out to practice, and we just want to watch him just get embarrassed over and over again, Coach. Do we have like 15 minutes at the end of practice where we could squeeze that in?
Whoa, 15 minutes?
Absolutely. Well,
yeah, let's go.
Rob.
Yeah,
so
this is excellent.
You got to get that in there, and then we can have the boys shoot on you.
Hey, I don't need to warm up to not do anything.
I would love to run you through one United practice, Rob. You go, you cleat up, you suit up, you do the whole thing.
Yeah,
and we just
I can look a little bit of the part, but that's it.
You would fall over instantaneously.
I would fall over going to the practice.
I cannot wait for whenever we make this thing happen. Big sightings for you, Coach. Obviously, the squad's headed in the right direction. Big season coming up. Go ahead and promise us an undefeated season. We don't mind.
That's the goal. That's absolutely the goal. So I thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to being on again with you guys, and look forward to you guys coming out to training at some point.
I mean, primarily Robert, though. It's all about.
I know they don't want that.
No, they don't have no clue. Zach Prince, head coach of your New Mexico United. Thank you so very much, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Good dude. We never had him on the show before. I'd only ever caught up with him at games, and it was always like, what can you really talk about? Like, there's a game today.
Right.
There's no.
I just love the fact that from New Mexico, those signings. That's awesome.
That's the thing, right?
Yep.
Friend of the show, David Weesey Carl.
How's he?
Is just so verbose. He never wants to hand the microphone to Coach Prince. He never wants to hand the microphone to El Jefe Peter. He never gets the players because he just point at me.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't want to end up like Lauren Green and jinx this team. And come on, talk about the Eagles.
Excellent point.
Lauren Green's texted me the other day, and she's like, because the Warriors lost too. So Lauren Green texts me, and she's like, hey, we got to break the curse. Like,
sacrifice a goat? Like, what do you do?
I'm like, Lauren, we're not putting you on twice in the same week. That's you're a friend of the show. You're not part of the show. Like, that's figure it out. Is any guests we've had multiple times in a week? We're real good about not doing that.
We gotta spread it out.
That's good.
I mean, paid partnerships and sponsorships.
I mean, there's that. But I mean, we even do that above board where we're like, hey, this segment's brought to you by whatever.
course,
You know,
yeah.
it's like,
we ain't gonna trick you.
we gotta trick you.
I'm gonna trick you.
So 512, that's what I was told from the texter, is the Austin area code. So if 512 calls Coach Patino,
Auto block.
yeah, intervene with that.
He seems like a Verizon guy, but AT&T and T-Mobile, we're talking to you too. Block all 512 area code calls to Coach Richard
If
Patino.
you are currently at the Sprint store or wherever, that is not a company anymore. If you're currently at the T-Mobile store, just look it up, see if his name's in there. Put a little block on it. You know, we were talking earlier about friend of the show, Eric, over at Rio Grande Credit Union. By the way,
Yes.
not a paid endorsement. By the way, if they would like to be,
We can
Eric,
we
you
can
have
that
our
set
number.
up.
Make it
I
happen.
literally have both of our numbers now.
That would be so. I used to go with this gal who worked in banking, right? I used to go with this banker. I don't know what other word to use, and she would tell me that they would get in trouble if they pulled up like celebrities' accounts to
Of
just look.
course.
And I was like, shut up! Like, who's ever really got in trouble for that? I'm like, whatever. Also, we're not celebrities, but you get the point I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
So her bank had all of the direct deposits for the cast members of Teen Pregnancy on MTV or whatever.
Yeah,
What's that
yeah.
show called?
16 and pregnant.
16 and
There you
Pregnant.
go.
Yeah.
And she was like, we would look it up like hundreds of times a day. She's like, we wanted to see how these pregnant 16-year-olds were spending their money. I'm like, they're children. Like, this is like a double weird one.
Yeah, I know this isn't on the level of Coach Richard Patino, obviously.
Right.
But I had to call Albuquerque Water Authority
Okay.
to put out a little fire. Water puts out fire. Put out a little fire. And the gentleman, I won't rat him out because he might get in trouble for this. When he was on the phone, he's like, hey, I know who you are. Big fan of the show. A lot of us at the water authority listen to your show while we're still at work. I'm like, thank you.
I'm appreciative of the water
Sweet.
authority.
I will not rat you out, but I will tell that story.
That's very good.
Yeah.
There is some like weird because it's a small town, big town. More on that when we get back from the break. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Taking a look at traffic right now. Things not too bad in the metro. We do have some slow spots though. Westbound on I-40 between the interchange and Rio Grande moving a little slow. Also some congestion southbound I-25 Osuna till about Montgomery, and westbound on Paseo right now as you approach the river. We got some slowdowns there as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Safe to say that anybody who was worried about Josh Allen and the Bills can stop worrying about Josh Allen and the Bills, because they've made it pretty clear over the past week and a half, they're better than just fine. Back in first in the AFC East, they've won 3 games away from Buffalo in a span of just 12 days, and Josh Allen is starting to look like Josh Allen once again, which is to say, putting on laser shows, slicing up defenses, and posting dubs.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running, no matter the weather.
Dodgers are letting go of Bauer.
Raymond in Buffalo, Maria in Miami, and Jules in Troy. Taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with high-quality supplies for every industry, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about that sound? You're listening to a set of GE appliances, complete with all you need to keep food fresh, dishes clean, and everything else stress-free. Making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off select GE appliances right now. Offer valid January 5th through January 25th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
If you're looking to get a new car, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Sure, you love your old car, but you know it's not normal to give instructions on how to open the window. It should be self-explanatory, but it's not. And notice how when you're in other people's cars, you can feel cushion in the seats? That's pretty nice, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new car. It's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Dear Exit Strategy, let's pick the perfect Toyota for our great escape. The Venza brings extraordinary elegance. The RAV4 is up for almost anything. The 4Runner is legendary for durability. And the versatile Corolla Cross goes almost anywhere your heart leads. No matter which vehicle you choose, it's an exit from the ordinary. See you soon, Toyota. Find yours at toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
New Mexico Sports Authority, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
My bad, Robert. All right, I'm going to read this thing, and then we're going to go back to our topic. When did this come out, like 20 minutes ago? The official statement from the Dodgers. The Dodgers organization believes that allegations of sexual assault or domestic violence should be thoroughly investigated with due process given to the accused. From the beginning, we have fully cooperated with Major League Baseball's investigation and strictly followed the process stipulated under MLB's joint domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. Two extensive reviews of all the available evidence in this case, one by Commissioner Manfred and the other by a neutral arbiter, concluded that Mr. Bauer's actions warranted the longest ever active player suspension in our sport for violations of this policy. Now that this process has been completed, and after careful consideration, we have decided that he will no longer be part of our organization. He gone.
Man,
it's the right decision.
Also, a little bit of a swerve announcement here from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You had me in the first half.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't fit in the locker room and the captains of that team don't want him in the locker room, you have to take this huge financial hit and let him go.
What is the number? Like 30 million or something?
$32 million.
Gosh. I'm as surprised as this, though, if I'm being real honest, as I'm surprised at it going poorly between Carlos Correa and the Mets.
This is wizardry, and I don't know how this works, but it's a $22 million luxury tax hit.
What?
So they have to pay him this full salary.
That I know.
And then whoever signs him at the league minimum. And he is so talented, he will get signed.
Wait, it just hit me. Just in this moment. Correa back to the Twins frees up the money. Bauer to the Mets.
That definitely looks.
That's what it is.
Like it could happen.
What else would it be?
Well, the money doesn't matter because the Dodgers are paying for him. So this gives.
Yeah, but they got to do futures.
This gives some low to mid-level salaried team a chance at a first-line pitcher. It just depends on the organization who wants to take on this locker room cancer.
But I'm telling you, in my opinion, because of the futures money. So if the Mets are like, cool, 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And by the way, he would be like the youngest dude the Mets have signed. They're signing old dudes.
Yeah.
If they would be like, hey, 10 years, but they know they don't have to pay the first year.
It's 32 this year.
All right, he's a little bit older than I thought. I thought he was 30. Also in baseball, that's not the number it used to be.
A pitcher too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dodgers waited till like the last second. They were on the clock, weren't they?
Yeah, until 5 o'clock today.
Yeah, they waited to the very last minute.
I think they just wanted to do their due diligence for the sake of the team. Baseball
They were fielding offers, right?
You know,
that's what I was thinking.
Every team sport, of course, the team element is important. But you spending that amount of time with your teammates, traveling the country, being in locker rooms, being in hotels, going to dinner together, working out together, practicing together, that is an epic grind. And if you have somebody who you think did another human being wrong, who historically has been a douche anyways, you have to honor the wishes of your clubhouse, no matter how talented he is.
The official state, if it's what you're saying, because what you're saying is like very morally righteous. And by the way, I'm into that. I buy into it. Then
The reports I've read is that the team didn't want him back.
Sure, and I get that.
The front office obviously wants to get their money's worth, but the team is like, we don't want this weird douchey pervert ruin up our vibe.
Hey, understood. Own that though.
Alleged weird douchey pervert.
See, with the way that they took that long period of time, it made me feel like, oh, he's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Because right now it doesn't feel altruistic. Because altruistic, if it's what you're packaging, which by the way, I'd love to buy into, but what you do is you say, you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather eat $22.5 million than deal with this son of a gun.
Sure.
Because he's the worst human being going. Because that's
Sure.
what you do then.
Yeah.
But to me, I think that comes off as a work. And what you were really doing was taking phone calls.
Well, honestly, what I think you do is you do your due diligence on investigating the situation. Because remember how hard we gave it to Trevor Bauer when this news came out?
Yeah.
Like he was
To be fair,
oh.
I didn't go as hard as I should have. Because I'm absolutely the guy who always waits.
Well, I did.
You did.
I did. Yeah, I went out there. You know, I got a mother, I got a sister, I got a daughter who I love very much. So if I hear anything along these lines, I tend to overreact.
I love those three people too.
Yes, agreed. Lovely people. And what he did, I don't even want to go into it. To be honest, to be honest, I don't want to go into it. But at the very least, it was gross and pervy. At the worst, it's sexual assault.
I'm over here as a Cardinals fan saying go Dodgers for the first time ever. Robert, you're a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
Where's your heart?
He wants those stats. He wants those wins.
Bro, I want the win.
Robert doesn't care.
I don't care
about the moral compass of his locker room.
No, I don't. The owners don't care.
They
They
don't
just
care.
don't. They don't
No.
want to lose the team.
Wherever he
That's
goes,
all, this was exactly the clubhouse making this decision.
whenever he goes to New York, every Mets fan out there, and by the way, if you're a fan of the Mets, probably a loser. Like, I hate to be that guy, but I'm just going to be that guy. If you go to the Mets, every fan who's already a loser, I already stated that, they're going to go, he was never in a court of law formally punished for this ordeal, so therefore he's exhausted from our comments and he can play forever. He's the best. That's what they'll all say. Every single loser out there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, every fanboy who loves their team more than their moral compass will make excuses
Oh, I hate that.
for signing him,
I hate that.
just like I did with the Astros cheating scandal.
Also, the WWE.
It's not that bad. Everyone was doing it. We were
WWE
just the best at it.
WWE brought back Vince McMahon today, and I have a real problem with it, but I can't really because I already forgave them
It
after they
improves your
fired him.
product. Hey, Trevor Bauer, 102 million 3-year contract. He started 17 games.
Wow.
That's $6 million a start. He got paid $6 million a start. Bonkers.
Wrapping up a little bit of baseball news, Carlos Correa looks like he's going to walk away from the Mets.
What?
Limp away.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Also unprecedented. We're dealing with a lot of unprecedented stuff recently, aren't we?
Robert, do me a favor. Photoshop Carlos Correa into a Twins jersey because that's where he's going to end up.
Yeah, there's no need to.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's already in it. It's Google.
Can he play center field? I'll take him back.
Has anyone seen a photo of him recently? Is his leg literally missing? Like, what is the problem, man?
They think it's going to deteriorate too fast. They think he's only good for like 4 or 5 more years playing a full season of baseball, and then his ankle's going to deteriorate.
I just watched medicine bring a guy back to life on a football field, and you're going to tell me in 5 years that you can't fix a knee?
An ankle?
Is it an ankle? My
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't fix an ankle?
I would think so. You would think even if he deteriorates in 5 years, medical technology will have improved that much in 5 years, and just give him the friggin' robot ankle.
5 years from now, we're going to be sitting in this program, and you're going to go, I can't believe
Usain
that Pittsburgh Pirate, Carlos Correa, is the league MVP.
Uh-huh. You thought he was good before. You should see him now that he's got Usain Bolt's ankle.
That's very good.
Oh, yes.
You know when people lose their leg or whatever, and then they cut your ankle off and put it on your knee so you can get a fake leg? Have you seen this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Are you talking about turn of the century cartoons? Because that sounds cartoony.
It's real.
They put your foot on the bottom of your knee.
Yep. It's backwards. They put it backwards.
This is insane.
Oh, this is super real.
I know what I'm looking up in the commercial
Oh,
break.
it's the weirdest thing that you'll...
Is there video?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So say you're like riding the rails or whatever, right? Like you're traversing the country riding the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Get your leg taken off by the old Union Pacific. This is hyper specific.
Okay.
Get your leg taken
You're
off
talking about one dude
from the old Union Pacific.
Hold on, copyright this. This could be a good story.
Yes, get James Franco to be in it.
Okay.
So then they have to reattach your leg, but they can't
Okay.
because it's not like cut off with a knife, it's cut off with a train.
Uh-huh.
So then they cut off like a little bit of your leg, like on like the part that remains on your body. Then they cut off all of your ankle foot, attach your ankle foot to the little bit of your leg still connected to your body. That way your new leg, like your fake play leg, like your peg leg, your pirate leg, it can then attach into your foot, which bends up and down like a knee. There you go.
Man.
Why?
So
is the question. You have half a leg. You don't need a foot anymore.
Because no, the foot becomes a holster.
What?
The foot becomes the male part and the female part of the peg leg.
Oh, got you.
For your prosthetic.
It
becomes a new joint for your prosthetic.
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just pictured a guy on crutches with a knee foot growing out.
Oh, well, here's the thing. That would still be
knee foot.
that's a real visual, Robert.
Okay.
Because if you're not wearing your peg leg, then you would be backwards knee foot fella.
Okay, if
God.
that was my situation, you know how you scissor everybody when you see them.
That's weird.
Well,
but
I'm
yes.
giving them foot handshakes every time.
I'd much rather deal with the foot.
When we get back. Can you believe we made it all the way to Friday? We didn't talk about the NFL Hall of Fame. Can you boys believe that?
Well, let's knock it out then.
Little NFL Hall of Fame talk whenever we get back. Also, small town, big town is on our list. And then in the 6 o'clock hour, all of our NFL predictions. Also, I see the phone lines are ringing nonstop. I'm sorry. We'll get them after the break. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. This winter, there are new COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants. If it's been at least 2 months since your primary series or original booster, schedule your updated COVID-19 booster dose at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Traffic right now still dealing with that crash on Coors near Sequoia. That is affecting both directions, of course, so be careful going through there. I-25 southbound right now, you're going to hit congestion as you approach Osuna. That's going to last until Montgomery. Westbound on I-40 between 2nd Street and Rio Grande, moving slow. And westbound on Paseo, 2nd Street to the river. That's a bit of a slow go as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Look under in this Mid-American Conference matchup. I'm Joe Giller here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Toledo plays at one of the fastest paces in all of college hoops, and they face one of the worst teams in the country, Western Michigan, tonight. Western Michigan's defense is bad across the board, but they like to play at a very slow pace. The model likes going under the high total of 156.5 between these two.
I think he's new. He wants to talk about Trevor Bauer.
50.5. I'm Joe Giglio. Bet Smart and beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out.
Bro, what is
Downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIFT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code LIFT. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIFT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIFT. Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out whenever I want.
That's a total no-brainer. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIFT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code LIFT. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIFT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIFT.
An old radiant heat system is more likely to give out than it could be on a cold winter night. Daniels offers boiler inspections and tune-ups. They specialize in repair, replacements, and new installs, offering a wide variety of high-efficiency heating solutions to keep your family cozy and comfortable this winter. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning guarantees customer satisfaction for plumbing, heating, cooling, and AC, plus free estimates on replacements and installs. 505-898-8860.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Friend of the show, Aaron, joins us. Aaron, how are you, brother?
Hey, I mean, I was talking about Trevor Bauer. I
Yep.
mean, the Dodgers bought into that knowing exactly well what they were getting. I mean, he went to school at UCLA. He won the Golden Spikes and fell in the draft to the Diamondbacks because he was such a bad locker room guy.
Good point.
The Diamondbacks traded him to the Indians for a bag of baseballs. The Indians somehow were able to get that guy halfway decent. But the Indians had enough of him when he cut his hand on the drone and then threw the baseball over the center field. Francona said he's gone.
These are all good
They let
points.
him go for there. And then the Dodgers signed him. So anybody who takes a risk on that guy, they know what they're getting. He is not a stable individual.
Aaron literally just hit it out the
Nailed
park
it.
off
Yep.
Trevor
Nailed
Bauer.
it. Yeah.
He's a
And
nut job.
He's been a troll to the internet and the media and everyone he comes in contact with.
I like that. That's a good call. Aaron, I think Aaron either lost us or we lost Aaron, but good call, Aaron.
Very good.
I like heat like that too, friends of the show. Also, with Robert producing now, you notice how he's slipping in more callers than we've ever had? What's up, dude? What
I didn't want to say nothing.
What's your
but,
thing?
You know, I don't know I don't know.
He's not as thorough as filtering as Vital was. I think Vital just like to cut people off immediately.
He's
like, that's a bad take. Click.
No, I want them all.
Yeah.
I want them all.
And Vital would think it was a bad take, and then we'd be like, what was up with those callers? He'd be like, they were drunk. What?
Yeah.
It's a lot of drunk people.
It is Albuquerque.
Makes us funnier.
Yeah, but the show is at 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Did you hear what I said? It's Albuquerque.
It's Albuquerque. Same
What are you
answer.
talking about?
Same answer.
That is an extension of Friday.
We were just talking a little bit about walking around town and running into people around town and just how Yeah, it's a big city, small town. I don't
Sure.
And how cool for the townies, because we're all transplants. How cool for the townies to have lived here and go from like a small city to a big city.
Mhm.
Like to be able to be part of that growth and that transformation. I love it. I love going out and running into someone and they saying, "Oh, yeah, you're Fred Slow. You know Robert Gibson." Well, it's like, I do. Like that's like a cool small thing. So, anyways, we were talking today at Rio Grande. So we were moving this business kind of around, doing all this stuff or whatever. And friend of the show, Eric, he's like, he's like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. You know, whatever. I'm a friend of the show. I like everything about you. And I'm like, you only know radio me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you really knew me, Eric, you know all the reasons to not like me. I was like, the only one on this program worth liking is Robert.
First off, how dare you?
Wow. But I agree.
Oh, not even.
He got my back for a second.
He says, "How'd you meet Robert?" And I go, well, he was roasting me at an ethnic restaurant.
As it should be.
It's funny you describe chicken and waffle places as an ethnic restaurant.
Is that not correct?
Well,
when you say ethnic
no.
restaurant, I
No,
think
no.
of like Indian or Chinese restaurants.
Now, if you the inside tells you everything, all of the decor inside, he's very spot on. Very spot on.
I would say it's ethnic.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's BB King up on the wall and stuff. Like, what am I supposed to?
Was that BB King?
I don't know.
Look,
he doesn't know. You don't know what BB King
I
looks
was
like?
just gonna say,
Whoa,
there's
you know where
no
I'm
way.
from? There's I mean, I know some of that stuff.
Okay.
You're not from Memphis. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's like close enough. If you like grew up on like the side of the Mississippi, it's all the same. BB King died in 2015. That's like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hey, where's his movie?
Who would play him?
Good question.
I already know the answer.
Patrice is gone.
Who did you have?
Kenan Thompson.
It's too funny. Type
Yeah.
You don't think Kenan Thompson?
Oh, hey, I got it. Daniel Day-Lewis.
What?
That's spot.
He could play anybody. He's the greatest actor of our time.
When's the last time Kenan Thompson made a movie?
Was it Fat Albert? Can't go from Fat Albert to BB King.
God, that would have been 04. Is
Yeah.
Kenan a show still, or is that not a show?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Forrest Whitaker.
not bad.
No, it's
now
bad. That's a bad answer.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
It's Kenan Thompson, boys. I'm seeing it in my head.
No. Plus, we're just thinking about old BB King. We're not even thinking about him.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not even
For
thinking
sure.
about him in shape or anything like that.
What's the name of the dude?
All right, I got it. John Boyega in a fat suit. He could be young he could be young BB King now, and then you just age him and chubby him up as the movie goes on.
Anthony Anderson.
Oh, he's fat. That's a good answer.
No. I got it. I got the one.
Who?
Mic drop. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover.
I don't see that one.
He's already a musician. He could already sing. He can already act. Might not have the exact face for it, but you could tweak it a little bit and make him look more like him.
So if we're looking for like actual qualifiers,
Donald Glover is my answer.
it's Craig Robinson.
Oh,
Because Craig Robinson looks the part. He can sing.
Oh man,
That's not bad.
He can play music.
That's not bad.
and he can be serious.
And he can be serious.
Oh, that may be the one.
In the BB
Have
King
we seen him be
biopic,
serious in anything?
I have.
well, you watch different movies than we do.
I have. He was in a movie where him and his son moved over to Germany, and he was serious.
Was it called Hot Tub Time Machine?
No, not that one. Not at all.
Welcome to Munich. We have lots of hot tubs here. Enjoy.
All right, I actually don't see any credits on him for non-comedic films. Ghosted? I don't know. That sounds like I don't know what any of this stuff is. That's who I'm going with. Give me Craig Robinson to play BB King, And the BB King. And by the way, I don't want a documentary. I want a docu-series. I just want to tell fabulous made-up stories about BB King.
Like Tales from the Tour Bus style?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Like,
I'd watch that. Robert, have you seen Tales from the Tour Bus?
No.
It was on Cinemax, I think, and it was done by Mike Judge.
He's brilliant.
You know, Mike Judge. He's a genius. So they have
that's King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead. Just so you know, Robert. That's white. That's white people.
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
Office Space, which was on the cusp of your list. I think I just got kicked out of the live chat. Here
That's
we
all
go.
right.
Coming back, boys. Terribly sorry. Yeah, so it's like a cartoon, interviews and stories with people who played music or produced music or were on the road with these artists. Season 1 is Outlaw Country, and season 2 is like Funk and Soul, and it is hilarious. Highly recommend it for anyone who likes music and crazy stories. I'll give you my Cinemax password. That's like the only good show on Cinemax.
Did BB King ever do Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? I feel like he'd have a cool pad.
I don't think he ever stopped touring though.
Yeah. I bet I would assume his house would be like medium size and humble, not like little, like the opposite of Little Richard.
So you're saying his Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous is actually the tour bus?
Actually, he did do Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, but it was way after the height of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Was it about the tour bus?
Oh, actually, you know what?
Because that is the one you would do then, if it's what you guys are describing.
He did one in 1990, so he did it twice.
That's the prime.
Yeah, that 1990 and 2017, but he actually did it at the height with Robin Leach.
I'm Robin Leach. Is that close?
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
What happened to great shows like that?
Was that great?
That was
called
great.
Cribs.
Dog, there were limited
They were
options.
great. Yeah, because everybody wasn't rich.
Lifestyles of the Richest Famous was only good because of Dallas. If Dynasty hadn't like existed in the 80s, no one wants to mess with Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Right.
But 1990, we were already into Roseanne and stuff. Like the dynamic had changed.
Yeah, it changed. Yeah.
Poor People at Cheers, much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Very true.
The 80s were a mistake.
Well, that's because of like Wall Street and all that stuff.
Yeah. We messed up so bad in the 80s. We're lucky we made it out.
Who's we?
The world.
I'm here with Sam Malone, owner and operator of your neighborhood bar, Cheers. Located at the end of the bar, Norm. That's the episode. If we did a Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous parodying 80s and 90s and early 2000s sitcoms, that's the TikTok.
Yes.
Or let's do a Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous for your condo. And then we'll do
No, we got to do it in my place.
and then we'll do Cribs
at my spot.
At Robert's spot.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll do some kind of like puff piece on Van because he's about to be homeless and he's living out of his Prius.
And we do it all in one shot.
Yeah.
No edit.
Yes.
Zero edit. We'll block it out before, but zero edit. And like friend of the show, friend in real life, Tyler Lovely, who's a stand-up comedian in town, we'll have him be the cameraman because you know how poorly it will go.
Very good. Yeah.
We know really talented videographers, we know everyone in the industry. We're so very fortunate. I want an idiot. I want the second funniest stand-up comedian in town, Tyler Lovely, to just really screw it up. That's what I'm looking for here.
That's what you're hiring him for. That's what you're going to get.
Oh, there's no money involved in this. Diane Chambers originally invested in Cheers alongside Sam Malone. Guys, there's something here.
It
also,
is.
Van, get a better Robin Leach voice.
Yeah, that one was too
Mine's not
gravelly.
good.
But yours is closer.
Mine is?
Yeah.
I'll listen to him during the commercial break and I'll come back with one.
Rebecca Howe. There's something to it. I'm really struggling with any other names on Cheers.
I can't hear his voice in my head. I know it's like posh Like British adjacent.
I got you. Welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
Yeah,
I doubt that's close.
You have the cadence down.
Yeah.
It's the cadence,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm with you.
This is Dr. Fraser Crane.
Somebody's listening, just turn in like, what in the hell?
What is going on right now?
Bronx native Carla Torritelli waited tables. That's the one.
Yes.
Also, in the back there was a pool room. No one really even went in there. Like, what are you doing?
Wait, Robert, what are you talking about? I've been here the whole time and I have no idea what's going on right now.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell has $2 grilled chicken burritos that come in 2 bold flavors, Chipotle Ranch and Salsa Verde. They're bursting with grilled chicken and delicious sauces. Get your $2 grilled chicken burrito at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
And traffic right now getting a lot better here in the metro, although we do still have some slowdowns southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Also, Paseo headed west as you approach the river, seeing some minor congestion there. North of the city, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe looks good in both directions. South of town, Albuquerque to Los Lunas, no problems either direction there. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with the CBS Sports Minute. Bills safety Damar Hamlin had his breathing tube removed overnight. Less than a week after being resuscitated on the field, he's now breathing on his own. Not only that, Bills coaches had a surprise for their team today. They were able to video chat with Hamlin at practice, where Hamlin reportedly flexed both biceps and said, "I love you boys." I can't imagine what it will be like in Buffalo on Sunday. I'm Maggie Gray.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of play.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month. Level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110. Level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Termbusters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 800-786-9161. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-786-9161. Remember, 1-800-786-9161. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
This is where New Mexico comes for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, boys. So I guess it was supposed to come out Monday.
Hey, I am legit feeling this beat right here.
What about it?
That's like mid-90s boom bap right there.
From the texter, I did not on purpose leave out Woody Boyd from my breakdown of cast members for Cheers. I just don't feel like he would have lived a lifestyle of riches and fame. He was a barback at
Literally
Cheers.
no one except for Sam Malone would fit
None of them.
their intended lifestyle.
Fraser Crane was a doctor in Boston.
Okay, well, why did he slum it at Cheers?
He didn't. He ended up moving to Seattle.
Okay, and then that's the Fraser Crane we know. Not the one who left Boston because of his coke problem.
Well, he got divorced. They actually go over that at length in Frasier.
Oh, really? I wasn't smart enough for Frasier.
It's not smart. It's not a smart show. There are shows like that where people think they're smart. Stupid. All right, I got the list here, boys.
Robert, friend of the show, DWC, says Charles Dutton should play BB King.
Who is that?
Oh, Rock. Okay.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
I responded with Carl Winslow.
I see. So Joel says Cedric the Entertainer.
From the live chat, don't forget that Woody
That's
was
pretty good.
Don't forget that from St. Louis. Don't forget that Woody was a city councilor. I'm going to be honest. I did forget that.
I'm warming up to the idea of Cedric the Entertainer.
That will be his breakout serious role. I like it.
Guys, why are we throwing Charles Robinson to the side here on our BB King biopic?
He was up there until I heard those other two.
Craig, first off, is his name.
Charles.
Charles Robinson is the head official in WWE, Van.
Donald Glover in a fat suit.
Nah, that ain't gonna work.
But a high quality one, like the one that Chris Hemsworth wore in Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a super good one. All right, I got it.
Yep.
The 2023 Modern Era Player Finalists. We don't need their position in teams, right? Like you guys know.
Sure. Right.
As quick as I read them, you guys respond in or out. Okay.
Okay.
Jared Allen
in.
Out.
Willie Anderson
out.
Rondé Barber
out.
Out.
Dwight Freeney
In.
out. Devin Hester
In. Unanimous.
The only one making it. Torrey Holt
out for now.
For now, yeah.
Andre Johnson
Maybe out forever.
Out.
Albert Lewis
The Jewish comedian?
Out.
Darrell Revis
In.
out. Joe Thomas
Unanimous in.
I want to say out, but they're going to put him in.
out. Zach Thomas
Out.
Out.
DeMarcus Ware
Out for
Out.
now.
Reggie Wayne
Out.
Patrick Willis
Reggie Wayne will get in because of his proximity to Peyton Manning.
Out.
Patrick Willis in.
Darren Woodson
In.
In.
All right, so I have going in from this class one guy, Devin Hester.
Okay.
I don't know who Joe Thomas is.
Joe Thomas is like the second best offensive lineman in the history of football.
I don't even think he was the best offensive lineman he was playing. Wasn't Orlando
You
Pace?
don't know who he is.
Orlando.
How would you know?
I only know him because of Madden. He was one of the 99 offensive tackles.
Jonathan Ogden,
He was a 99.
Orlando Pace. You're not even the best guy in the game. When you play the game, you're definitely not a Hall of Famer. Figure your life out.
He's in.
Now, I do remember Gerald Revis.
Revis Island.
He was not good.
He was the best for probably 5 years straight, and after that, he was really good.
Did he take 3 years off right in the middle of it for some reason?
Played baseball because of his gambling addiction.
He was with the Jets, played for like 5 years, then took a bunch of years off and came back to the Jets. Well, you don't love the game. Also, he may have played for like Tampa Bay or something. I have no idea. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. He went and wasted a couple seasons down in Tampa Bay and went back. Loser. None of these other dudes are any good. Darren Woodson has the name, but if he was in, he'd have been in already.
Give me
That's the only
Joe
reason why I'm
Thomas, number 4 all time.
Who are the other guys?
Anthony Munoz,
Okay.
Bruce Matthews,
What?
Larry Allen, and then slot Joe Thomas in right in front of Jonathan Ogden and Willie Rofe.
I don't understand why you're putting so much hate on Orlando Pace's name.
He's 12-ish maybe, 12, 10 to 15 range.
You're a drunkard.
What about the other guy that was a Ram before him, Jackie Slater? He's got to be bigger than that.
Well, the thing about Jackie Slater, he in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Orlando Pace, ask me where he's at. The Hall of Fame.
He's only repping Orlando Pace because he is a Los Angeles Ram.
I swear to God, dude. I have a 20-year run of NFL fandom, and that's all I get in my life.
It stopped when? What year did they leave St. Louis?
I'll say this.
I'm putting my fingernails into my palm.
Orlando Pace was voted to 7 Pro Bowls. Joe Thomas, 10.
There you go. Voila.
6-time All-Pro was Joe Thomas. Orlando Pace, 3 times.
You know, I was just thinking about.
It means he's twice as good.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking about it in 2016 when Orlando Pace went to the Hall of Fame and he went up there with his Super Bowl ring on. How do you guys think Joe Thomas will look up there? Oh,
Joe Thomas, I don't think he ever had a winning season.
He's a loser.
Not his fault.
He's the guy that wears his yellow jacket everywhere.
Who? Joe Thomas?
Yeah.
He probably lives 5 minutes from Canton.
True.
Willie Roaf is better than this cat. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Probably.
Willie Roaf is not better than Joe Thomas.
What?
Did you just hear what Robert said out loud?
Here's what I'm telling you. Also, Willie Roaf is in the Hall of Fame.
He is.
Here's what I'm telling you. If you Google, like, Orlando Pace, you're not going to get Joe Thomas as people you may know. You're going to get Willie Roafs and Anthony Munoz's. Joe Thomas is second rate. He's JV.
You're a fool. Joe Thomas, I hope the Hall of Fame gets his jacket size right, because Joe Thomas weighs 100 less pounds than he did when he was playing.
Let me see. Isn't Joe Thomas on one of these decade teams? If he's on that, he's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
He has to be on a decade team.
There's just no way.
He's lost 70 pounds.
Let me see.
They all do that.
He must be on the 2010 because not on the 2000.
Because he ain't nothing. Eric Crouch didn't win no games.
Not his fault.
Spurgeon Wynn didn't win no games.
Yeah, Joe Thomas on the 2010 all-decade team.
Yeah, he's going to get in. You get on those teams, you're in there.
He ain't in my Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I think, thank Christ you don't have a vote.
That's what they were saying 2 years ago on this very date.
Not my Hall of Fame. Not you, Nancy. We got to go to break. When we get back, NFL picks and predictions for the weekend. And if we have the time, which it's going to be tight, today's I9 Varsity is the I9 Varsity of TV shows that you'd like to do lifestyles of the rich and famous about. Okay.
I got mine.
If we got time.
Top of the head.
It's not a show. That's
no, off the top of my head.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Seeing some slowdowns eastbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange. Looks like those slowdowns extend to the overpass onto northbound I-25. Watch yourself going through there. Most everything else, though, looking good right now. Your river crossings, Paseo, Alameda, Montano, they're all moving up to speed north of the city. I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Don't see any problems in either direction. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out whenever I want.
That's a total no-brainer. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIFT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code LIFT. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIFT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIFT.
This is KNML AM Albuquerque, a Cumulus media station. Your exclusive home for Super Bowl 57 is the Sports Animal.
Now batting for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
So you boys told me that was the big football weekend for the NFL. There'll be 16 games, okay? Now, I am in a pick'em league all year long, and I have not won a single week.
I won last week.
Not only have I not won a single week, I've not come close.
Yeah, we know your sports expertise, Fred.
Oh, I was close last week. I lost by 2. So, whatever we pick on the program today, that's going to be my pick'em for the weekend. Our majority vote. Okay.
So I'm going to have to switch up a couple of my games so you don't have the exact same as me.
Well, I said I'm going majority, so if me and Robert goes against you, that doesn't matter at all.
Okay, cool.
We'll start with the
I'll
Saturday
pull mine
games.
up right now.
On Saturday, and this is an interesting one because this one could have a lot to do with the postseason. The Chiefs are going to whoop the Raiders.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so I got the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs are kind of playing for it all.
Right. They win this, they're guaranteed number 1 spot.
Gives them a bye week, gives them 1 home game. But if they play either the Bills or Bengals, it will be a neutral site game.
What does that mean?
Which probably will happen.
Now, and keep in mind the Chiefs did not vote today, and like the voting stuff because they were like, "Hey, it could affect us." We don't feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
kind of a cool move.
That was makes sense. But yeah, they're going to demolish the Raiders.
What's up with this coin flip thing? Is that happening or no?
It depends on if the Ravens win.
Yeah.
Oh my God, all right.
Ravens win and Bengals lose.
But that won't happen.
You wouldn't think.
Because they don't even know who their quarterback is.
Right. If it's
Snap.
if it's Lamar Jackson, they got a shot.
No, it's not.
He's
He out.
not.
He done.
He's not even in the facility.
Harbaugh
That
said
doesn't matter.
Harbaugh said he been hurt for 24 days. He didn't play.
No, if he shows up on Sunday, he good.
And the Ravens are going to make the playoffs no matter what.
Correct.
They're in.
So they are not winning. But that's
the thing is, if they win, they'll just turn around and play the Bengals again at a neutral site.
Where is this neutral site? What does that mean?
It's probably going to be
Having
in
this, like,
Cleveland.
Detroit.
Oh, don't do it. Oh, man.
Detroit again.
If they play in Detroit, they're going to get demolished.
So I know the Rio Rancho Event Center has monster truck coming up, but I think we could make
We
exception.
can do it.
Just move it around. All right, so we went with the Chiefs over the Raiders.
Yes.
Okay. And we're going with the Bengals over the Ravens.
Yes.
And those are the only games that matter this weekend, right?
Actually, we got another one that
Jags
matters.
Titans.
Yes.
All right. And now these are all Saturday games?
Yes. No,
The Bengals and the Ravens is Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jags Titans Saturday night.
All right. So so this one is an actual toss up, but that the Jaguars should win in a blowout.
Jaguars are going to demolish the Titans.
They should, right?
I don't have it that way.
You got Josh Dobbs and the Titans upsetting Sunshine and my Jacksonville Jaguars, totally not Vernon Kuntz's Jaguars, my Jaguars.
They're my Jaguars too.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What about them?
Derrick Henry.
It's the Titans. They've They know how to win when they need to win when it comes to the playoffs. The Jags haven't been there yet.
The Jags
They have to learn how to get to that point.
It's Jags easy.
Okay.
It's hard for me to go
The
against
Tennessee Titans will score as many points as Josh Dobbs has eyebrows.
That's so stupid.
Sorry, guys. That's 0. If you didn't get it, that's 0. They're going to score 0 points.
The Jaguars-Titans game is more important than the Packers-Detroit game, and that game should be on Sunday Night Football.
It has the exact amount of importance. It's a win and get in game. And it's the Packers. They draw better, so of course they get the better slot.
But they draw better. You just put them midday. You get the same audience. I don't think that's really how it works.
No. Not even close.
Are all teams wearing Damar Hamlin insignia?
Not a clue. I know the Bills are.
I think so. I want to say that.
The Jaguars
Jaguar
put it on their field.
Good.
Kind of a nice thing. All right, boys. I'm making my pick right here. I got the Jaguars.
Smart.
Moving throughout the weekend, we already have Cincinnati over the Ravens.
Yep.
In a game that does not matter, the Saints and the Panthers.
You two go first.
Where's this game at?
Nowlands.
Give me the Panthers.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I also got the Panthers. Yes, that is correct. That face you're making. I am going against Taysom Hill for the first time this year.
Taysom Hill is not actually the quarterback of the Saints. He only takes 2 goal line snaps a game.
Yeah, and then he gets 2 rushes and 2 receptions and 2 tackles. He is the funnest player to watch in the NFL.
From the live chat, all decade teams have to have at least one player from every team, and that's the only reason Joe Thomas got in.
I'll take things that Fred would say for 400,
I'm
Alex.
just saying, that's what the live chat's saying. Are you calling the friends of the shows liars?
No, just idiots.
So dumb.
I don't know if that's true.
There's like 10 things that have to happen for the Steelers to get in. I'm not going to break them all down. If you're a Steelers fan, you know what they are.
It's not that complicated.
Oh, is it? Give it to me.
Dolphins and Patriots lose.
Okay.
Which could happen.
Steelers win.
Now, interesting how you don't do the fun phrasing of or tie.
Or tie.
What if the Steelers tie?
Then they're screwed.
No, I think they're still in.
See?
So,
It gets so
if the
confusing.
Steelers tie,
and those other 2 teams lose,
that means not only will the Steelers be 8-1, exactly 500,
Ooh.
Mike Tomlin will still have never had a losing season.
So you have the Steelers over the Browns.
I do not. I have the Browns.
I got the Steelers.
I do as well.
Panthers and Browns are my, I think, only 2 upsets of the week.
I'm upset that you picked the Browns.
I'm upset that I am too, but I think they just they're going to steal one
from the Steelers.
Get it?
I hate that. Texans at Colts.
Oh my God.
This is the Booty Bowl, boys.
Awful. Oof.
The Booty Bowl.
This is the worst football game ever professionally played between 2 teams. And it is happening. This is historic. This is the most historic game that I have ever seen.
I think Colts, are they locked into the 4th pick?
Well, they're 4-11
No.
and 1.
The Texans are locked into the number 1 pick. I know that.
2-13 and 1.
But the Texans have played way better than the Colts. So I'm picking picking Houston.
If the Texans win and the Bears lose, they flip-flop picks.
Because the Bears are what, 3-13?
Yeah, they'd be 3-14.
The Bears would have like 7 first-round picks.
I want everyone to keep in mind that I picked the Colts to win the Super Bowl before the season started.
I legit forgot about that.
I was convinced.
But you had the then there's no way you could see that the Colts would be what they are now.
I had Jonathan Taylor winning league MVP. I had Matt Ryan
being a functional quarterback.
Walking out,
having an elbow.
Let's get predictions of this one and so many more whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, we are seeing congestion both directions of I-40 trying to get onto northbound I-25 there at the interchange. So watch out for that. Other than that, though, both I-25 and I-40 are looking good. And your river crossings, Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they're all moving up to speed as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Safe to say that anybody who was worried about Josh Allen and the Bills can stop worrying about Josh Allen and the Bills, because they've made it pretty clear over the past week and a half, they're better than just fine. Back in first in the AFC East, they've won 3 games away from Buffalo in a span of just 12 days, and Josh Allen is starting to look like Josh Allen once again, which is to say, putting on laser shows, slicing up defenses, and posting dubs.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about that sound? You're listening to a set of GE appliances, complete with all you need to keep food fresh, dishes clean, and everything else stress-free. Making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off select GE appliances right now. Offer valid January 5th through January 25th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take 1 pill each morning and 0 heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
I never really thought about tools until I bought a house in the suburbs. It's like this weird homeowner test if I need a tool for a project and don't have it. And my neighbor Ted loves to give me that look when I ask to borrow a pole saw. A year ago, I didn't even know pole saws existed. And now I gotta borrow one from Ted? What is happening?
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
With a new year typically comes new resolutions, and those resolutions tend to fade away in weeks. It's Jeff Zimbietta. How about making a resolution that you can actually keep and will make you feel better and look better for a long, long time? Schedule an appointment with NuMale. Guys, NuMale helps with things like depression, weight gain, even erectile dysfunction. And for men and ladies who are dealing with hair loss, NuMale has state-of-the-art options to help. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688 or online at NuMale, that's NuMale.com. Their professionals will walk you through the options, and then you pick what's best for you to regrow hair. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy that uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle to stop hair loss and regrow hair. FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser. It's proven to regrow hair. They offer NeoGraft hair transplants, which produce natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. Men, ladies, call NuMale at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or online at NuMale.com.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Yeah, it just kind of never hits the bar there, does it?
Uh-uh.
All right, no. Cool rejoin. Cool rejoin, I guess. We were talking about the Texans. I can't even, boy. No one in the whole world cares about this. There's not even a football fan that cares about this.
What do you think the attendance is going to be?
Oh, man. Well,
because they're going to give away all those tickets.
Yeah, it'll be packed just because.
They're going to give away so many tickets to that game.
I mean, it's Indianapolis.
They love that team.
More Texans fans are going to next year's NFL draft than they're going to Indianapolis to watch this game.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Also, there better not be like a country fair. There better not be a tractor pull.
Be the only thing in town?
Yeah. It better be the only thing in town.
No other distraction.
Is Avatar 3 coming out this weekend?
You mean Fern Gully 4?
I don't. Avatar 3.
This is the game they bring back all the Colts greats just so people can be there.
Oh, sure.
That's what they do.
Hey, speaking of, UNM's doing that with their alumni tomorrow night. I'm definitely not missing that. That's going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be a ton of cool alumni there. Colts and Texans. Give me who you got, boys.
Who wants it the least? I got the Colts just because they're at home. Like, that's the only reason.
I got the Texans because I've seen the Colts at home.
This is one of the saddest games ever.
I think I'm taking the Colts.
Okay.
This is based solely off Jeff Saturday.
75% of the country thinks it's the Colts with no spread.
There's no spread on this game?
Well, no, there's a spread, but with spread not included.
And it's straight up.
Straight up, 75% of the country thinks the Colts.
Is this the last game that Jeff Saturday ever head coaches?
It better be.
It better be.
Well, no, the last game he ever coached was the win against the Raiders.
Did he ever coach?
He coached that game. He thought he did.
He just stood on the sideline with a clipboard. It's like, Steve, I don't know what I'm doing. What do I do now?
Who is Steve?
It's his second in command.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Steve, is my headset working?
No one is answering me.
Also, did you guys notice my cadence for Jeff Saturday was also Macho Man Randy Savage?
You toned it down a little bit.
Yeah, I felt. I got a little choked up on it. I was like,
It's hard to do for any amount of time.
"Is it true, Steve, that the cream rises to the top?"
You can't do it quietly.
No, there's no whispering. Macho Man.
Uh-huh.
You know that super famous interview he does with Arsenio Hall, where he's like,
"Oh yeah,
to be a man." You're like, I know that's Macho Man. I see him.
People are using that on TikTok as like an inspirational quote of the
Shut
century.
up.
Yes. Yes.
It's sad. That's
First,
sad.
do you know the thing I'm talking about, Van? You know exactly what it is, right? It's Macho Man Randy Savage, Arsenio Hall.
Mhm.
And
I'll look it up later.
so Arsenio Hall's like, "So you're a macho man?"
Yeah.
And the Macho Man's like, "You know what it means to be a macho man, being in touch with your feelings, brother."
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so
Oh,
cool.
God. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Note to self.
it's
Watch.
being able to tell people that you care about them and accepting that they care about you. And Arsenio Hall's like, because he got like the big like black dude hand clap, and he's like,
yeah. Just giving it to him.
just giving it to him.
All right, I think that's worth viewing.
That's what it means to be a macho man. And you're like, but he's whispering. Low key, I love that video. I didn't know it was like a viral trend.
Yeah.
It's up there with me. I'll watch the Jimmy V speech every year. It's like that same kind of level.
You only watch the Jimmy V speech once a year?
Yeah, because he can handle the roller coaster of emotion that it is.
I watch it the second I start to get down. I'm like, okay, here we go. Jimmy V time. Step it up, brother.
You got that thing in your life, Robert?
Brother.
What? Yes.
Oh, it's the Rocky Balboa monologue about his son. Is that what yours is?
No.
It's a good one.
Stuart Scott.
Oh.
That's a damn good answer. That is such a good answer.
Whenever I get down, I just look at my poster of a frog in a duck's mouth, and it just keeps me going.
What is that?
Yep.
What? I don't know what that
You
is.
never seen the frog in the duck's mouth poster that used to be in like every elementary and middle school across the country?
Hanging in there and
Never,
it's a cat
never
on
give
a
up.
wire.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
give up. Yeah,
Same
keep,
thing.
Keep hanging in there. Never give up. Whatever it says.
What is the frog in a duck's mouth? What is that?
Yeah, I'm
The
waiting on
frog
that
is
one.
trying to get out of the ducks. You've seen it.
Croak? Like, is that what we're going for here? Also, I know very little about ducks. I don't know if they eat frogs.
I would say the modern version of that is the alligator pulling the elephant's trunk and he gets away. You seen that one?
What?
You haven't seen that one? The elephant's drinking water out the watering hole. Alligator grabs him by the trunk. You think he's gonna die, but he gets away. Or I watch too much Animal Planet.
No, I know the exact video you're talking about. I love that one.
Those 90s inspirational posters that are like discipline,
Oh yeah,
teamwork. You know what I'm talking about?
The ones that were up in like your high school weight room.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because like Book It gave them out or whatever.
Yes.
It's like Walk the Talk, and it's just a bunch of penguins on a beach, and you're like,
Mhm.
what? How is this inspiring to me?
All right, I'm sending you a picture of all these things.
What?
There's so many more posters than I thought there were.
The one I remember is the justification for an education, and it's a bunch of like sports cars in a garage.
Yeah.
That's got to exist somewhere.
That you got it from your Scholastic book fair with
Yeah.
with your Pizza Hut points.
Dare to soar. It's just an eagle.
Yes. He's not even flying. He's just looking at you.
Just look at. And it's also weird that those posters thought they knew where we were going in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, make it happen. It's a guy on a mountaintop. And I'm like, listen, if the Marine didn't inspire me from that commercial,
Fighting the lava monster.
this is not going to inspire me. I just pulled up a bunch of them.
I know I never littered after I saw that one single solitary Indian tear. That's for sure. That one worked on me.
This one is a bear over a waterfall trying to eat a trout, trying to go up the waterfall. And it says determination. But I don't know who I'm rooting for here.
Yeah.
Like,
not that idiot salmon, that's for sure. Wasting all of his time and energy.
So
fighting against a stream just to get laid.
Obviously, on our new TikTok channel where we do lifestyles of the rich and famous about
Can't do a TikTok.
sitcoms.
We're gonna do Vine 2.0.
Oh, you mean
TikTok is about to be outlawed in this country.
when you say Vine 2.0, do you mean Ferngully 5?
I do. There are a lot of vines in that movie.
So we need to also start creating these memes with these black outlines and
Mhm.
words that are not associated with whatever photos we're putting on them.
Yes. Yes.
Do people already do this? Because this is brilliant.
No. They haven't done them since then.
It's like a black widow like biting the head off another spider, and it says like teamwork. From the live chat, the Bo Knows poster. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
What were you saying, Robert? I'm
No,
sorry.
I was going to say we can take wrestling quotes and use the pictures. Like the one you just used, you can use to be the man. You got to beat the man.
That's great. That is great.
And what it is, it's like an axe, like up against a tree, and you're like, "Is the axe the man? Is the axe trying to beat the man?" Oh gosh, that would be a good one.
That would be real good.
I'm pulling up some catchphrases right here. I'm gonna go to the famous ones. You know, I'm not trying to mess around with the ones you don't know about. All right, got to scroll to the bottom. This is like a BuzzFeed thing or whatever, just filling in a little bit of time here. Okay. So some of them won't, like outside of context, they don't make sense. Because if we were to make a poster that said, "You screwed Brett," that doesn't make sense. All right. The first one. Okay.
Yeah.
The Mrs. This is awesome.
What poster would match that?
Yeah. I guess that's the crowd, though, isn't it? I guess that's not the Miz. Crowd chants.
Oh yeah, that's crowd chant.
Yeah.
You can use a lot of these.
Hello, ladies.
Have a nice day. Oh man.
It's Elon Musk a psychedelic painting of Elon Musk smoking weed with Joe Rogan.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then it says this is awesome underneath it.
Okay. It's all right.
Or we could do like, we could put like a Renter Center bus on one and say, get the tables.
That's a very good one.
It's good.
It says it's time. It's Vader time. And it's just Darth Vader killing all those children.
No.
The younglings. What would you do with Rest in Peace?
Huh.
Sugar Skull Walter White.
That's
yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Yes.
I was trying to get one for Robert. Oh, Teddy Long. Holla, playa.
That one's not a good one.
That's all right. It's not a good one.
No, you got to put like a black and white photo of Albert Einstein.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't match the attitude whatsoever. Like a picture of Urkel.
Now you can go on this one. You can go Rod Simmons or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Or we could just do,
What?
Oh.
Just what?
Just what?
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just a photo of Kanye.
Oh, that's strong work.
Give me a hell yeah. Just Kid Rock. You're like, you were actually with The Undertaker.
Give me a hell yeah. And it's just a young Nelson Mandela.
From the live chat. That's a good one. From the live chat, it says, lie, cheat, steal, which is a famous Eddie Guerrero quote.
Hmm.
But it's just,
And then we can just put insurrectionist.
yes.
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff.
Mm-hmm. Proud Boys.
To be the man, you have to beat the
Oh,
man.
it's such a good one.
What's the Bruce Jenner?
Done. Done.
These are all very good. Everybody pays the piper.
Very impressed that we're doing this off the top of the head.
Yeah. Zero work put into this.
Everybody pays the piper, and it's one of those reversed radioscopy pictures that you showed me earlier with the foot turned upside
Just
down.
backwards. Hey, what it actually is, it's a picture of my bank account after I pay $1 fee at an ATM, and then my bank charges me another $1 fee for using an ATM.
Oh man,
this is too good. More NFL picks when we get back. This show on Friday after 6 p.m. is dumb. This is a dumb show.
This
Friday.
is our best
Love
work.
it.
This
Love
is our
it.
best work. What are you talking about?
Love it.
It doesn't matter if it's your best work.
Mahatma Gandhi.
I sneak a there are so many good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got one. I know we got to go to break, Robert. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
What is it?
Woo!
A photo of the RZA, the Jizza, the old dirty bastard, Raekwon, Inspector Deck, Method Man.
Yes. Yes. Oh man. Everyone has a price.
Okay, that's a good one.
Bob Barker.
Not Carlos Correa.
Not Carlos.
When you're NWO.
No.
Oh.
If we're doing this is a sports show for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Everyone has a price. Steve Cohen.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't answer these phone calls, Robert. I don't know. There's some cliche ones that would go with anything. Like I'm going through a list here. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like that one actually works.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on.
You're fired.
Oh, that's a super good one.
Oh.
You can put you're fired on a bunch of stuff.
On anything.
Yeah.
It's the cat from Texas. What was his name? The basketball coach?
Coach Beard.
Yeah, Coach Beard. Just a picture.
Oh man.
The champ is here. Oh God. John Cena's so good. There's a bunch of these.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got our TikTok lined up, and we have our new Instagram angle. I'm super excited about this. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of player.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, how Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Wake up with the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Back on the program. Doing our NFL picks, got a little distracted.
Yeah, a lot of distracted.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was just we started talking about the Texans and Colts, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Vikings and Bears, boys. Vikings are on the road. The Bears are booty. Who do you got in this one?
The Vikings are going to be up so big in the first half, it doesn't matter if their starters don't play in the second half. Vikings.
I'm going to go with the Bears because they're trying to be that number one pick.
I guess I'm confused. So if they win, they're not the number one pick?
I'm sorry. I
If
meant to go with the Vikings because the Bears
that makes more
be
sense.
losing.
If the Texans win and Bears lose, Bears are the number one pick.
I got the Vikings because you guys do. This will be the greatest upset of all time if this happens. If the Patriots beat the Bills,
oh my gosh,
it would be the greatest upset in the history of the NFL.
Okay, that is obvious hyperbole, but it would be insane. Absolutely insane.
They'd be the most hated team in a long time.
Again.
Since the last Patriots team. And they have something to play for, too. So
this is an 11 a.m. start on Sunday. Normally on Sundays, I turn on the Red Zone channel.
Yeah.
Not this week. I'm starting because I have all the games or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm starting on the Bills game. I want to see the crowd. I want to see as the Bills come out of the tunnel. I want to see Bills Mafia come to life. That's gonna be one for a long time. Jets and Dolphins. Oh, go ahead, Robert.
I was going to say, there's no way they can lose that game.
There's no way.
None.
Jets and Dolphins. Dolphins at home. They're what are they? 8-8. Jets are what? 8-8, 7-9.
Yeah, Dolphins sneak in. Dolphins win in a close one at home without Tua. They get Tua back first round of the playoffs.
They sneak in even if they don't win because the Patriots are going to lose, right?
If the Steelers also lose, yes.
Okay. Robert?
I got the Jets. Only because Tua's not playing.
I think I also have the Jets. So I'm taking the Jets on the road in my pick 'em.
Joe Waka Waka Flacco will be the Jets quarterback.
Last stand.
Zach Wilson and Mike White are out.
This Joe Flacco's last game ever?
Yeah.
He
should
wins.
be.
He wins.
Yeah, that's what I was going off of.
You've got to keep playing, keep cashing those checks.
mentoring these youngsters.
Yeah, I mean, is he that guy too? And I don't realize it. A guy who hangs out forever, like a Trent Green kind of guy.
I don't see why not.
Could.
He seems like Trent Green to me.
Yeah.
As he's got older.
But with a Super Bowl.
Trent Green got a Super Bowl.
More valuable. He actually played, though.
Touche. Buccaneers at Falcons.
Falcons.
At home. I don't think Tom Brady loses.
I don't think he'll play the whole game.
Buccaneers. Yeah, Buccaneers.
They're in the playoffs no matter what, right?
Yeah, they're 4 seed. They're stuck.
That's a home game, right?
No, that's in Atlanta.
Oh, that's in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
No, I mean in the playoffs if you're a 4 seed.
Correct.
Yeah, they're
first round they're at home.
They won their division.
In the ugliest way possible.
The 4-12 Arizona Cardinals, which they're bad.
Horrible.
That is just a very bad football team, are playing a very good football team in the San Francisco 49ers. And if I'm going to win this pick'em, I got to take the Cardinals, right?
For what?
Because no one else will.
You're
What if they get the win?
You're an insane person.
I would say that if they didn't have anything to play for, they still have a little shot to move up. And I mean the 49ers.
Right.
So I'm going to go with them.
Yeah, I got 49. 49ers can beat the Cardinals with fingers.
Dallas on the road at the Washington Guardians.
Dallas.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Commanders are trouncing out their third stringer.
They super gave up. They didn't even know they had to win last week.
That's pretty sad, isn't it?
That's so Washington. What?
We're not eliminated?
What?
You think that was a work or a shoot?
Nah. I think that was a shoot.
That's a shoot?
The way the surprise on his face gave it away.
I agree.
There was a moment where when that reporter asked Ron Rivera about the afternoon game, he could be, eliminated, where he goes, in his head, he goes, oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
No, he goes, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You for real? Chargers at the Broncos, and this just seems like a trap game for your boys, Robert.
Yeah, but it's a must win.
They're already in.
Yeah, but they want that number 5 seed.
I got the Chargers easy.
Chargers, it won't be easy just because it's Denver and they got a good defense and it's in Denver. Chargers would win by less than 4.
So if it's 3.5, you're taking the under, but you're keeping the Chargers for the win.
Right.
What? I think they catch an L. The 5-11 LA Rams are going to go to Seattle, 12th man and all that. You got the Seahawks at home and your boy Geno Smith, or do you have your boy Baker? This is a tough one for you because you're so in love with both of these dudes. Or your dude Baker Mayfield on the road.
Yeah, that's my second and third favorite quarterbacks behind Cooper Rush here. I got Seattle at home. They keep their playoff hopes alive to be crushed in the night game. Seattle wins and Detroit wins. Seattle gets in.
Yep.
Seattle loses and the Lions win. The Lions get in. All Packers got to do is win, baby.
I got Seattle.
I think I do too. I think the Rams are awful, and I'm very surprised they got 5 wins on the season. The New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is a big one.
So this one's interesting because the Eagles are 13-3, and if they win, they're the number 1 seed. That's correct?
Yes.
The Giants are 9-6, and then messed around and tied one.
They're stuck.
And they're stuck. Is it important to that they bump the Eagles out of the number 1 seed? I guess it depends on earlier in the day with the 49ers.
Right.
Is that right? Is it the 49ers? That's the other one that matters?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if the Niners win, which presumably they will, and if Dallas wins, which presumably they would, all those teams would be 13-4. And I'm not sure what the tiebreaker would play out to be, but if the Eagles catch a L, they would be 13-4. It would go to head-to-head matchups. You got the Giants, you got the Eagles, boys.
I got the Giants because I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to play. I think the Eagles are just throwing their hands up. They would like to have a bye, but I think they'd rather have a healthy Jalen Hurts and play an extra game. Most recent reports saying he's officially questionable and he's trending to play. I don't think they play him.
What?
Game time decision.
They're going to play him. They want that bye, and they want all those games to be played in Philly. But I think it's the opposite. The Giants are going to bubble wrap Saquon because there's nothing they can do to help their position. It's going to be like, we'll just roll out whoever and see you in the playoffs.
Philadelphia favored by 14.
That lets you know the Giants ain't playing nobody.
42.5, the over-under.
14, man.
Now,
Jalen Hurts plays, Eagles in a landslide. Jalen Hurts doesn't play.
A bigger landslide because of Gardner Minshew.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, I think that's like a really good job of like, pick them, boys. No other games left. Nothing of significance. We break down the Packers and the Lions, the only game that actually matters this weekend when we get back. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute. It's tempting to look at this week's NFL schedule and say the teams that aren't playing for anything don't have a chance. How are the Giants going to upset the Eagles or the Raiders beat the Chiefs? But if you need a reason to take these games seriously, think back to Week 18 of last season. All the Colts had to do to make the playoffs was beat the 2-14 Jaguars. They somehow lost. Nothing is guaranteed in this league, even when you're facing backups with nothing to play for. I'm Andrew Perloff.
The holidays are gone. It's time to take care of you and your vehicle. It's Jeff Symbieta, and now's the perfect time to call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They come to you when and where it's convenient. Detail your vehicle inside, outside, under the hood. Your car will look, feel, and smell brand new when they're done. Odds are you're going to have that vehicle for a while. Ask them about ceramic coating applied by hand, starting at $250. It's the best way to protect your paint, and On the Spot offers a lifetime warranty and 10% discount to our military. 505-859-2859 or OTSdetailing.com.
Don't just friggin' sit there. Get in the game right now at 888-922-0610.
Final one of the day, boys. Good week of programming, huh?
Oh, I'd like to think every week, but you do you.
You think every week is good?
Yes.
Do you not
And exponentially better.
Dog, there were 16 straight weeks of NFL football that ruined every week.
No, it was us, though. Not just football, us.
I mean, I'll agree that we did the best we could. This is the first week of football that has mattered.
It has all mattered because it led up to this point. Every win and loss up to this point matters.
That's not how I remember it.
Only play 17 games. Every week matters.
Why did Green Bay only start playing in the last 6 weeks then?
It was like a flip-flop. The teams we thought were out are in, and the teams we thought were in are out.
Because the Packers got healthy and Aaron Rodgers learned how to use his weapons.
You know, sometimes you don't have all the weapons you need, though, and you have to get a vaccine to help you.
I don't get it.
So Aaron Rodgers
is
worse than the devil.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, the devil was an angel at one point.
Let's
give him that. Credit where credit's due, Lucifer.
Glad we only got 13 more minutes.
Old Dark Star.
This phone would be going crazy.
Who's Dark Star? Is that a Marvel thing?
No, that's another name for Lucifer.
No.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't even want to. I ain't gonna do
No.
that. I was gonna Google it, but I don't want no.
Okay,
weird
you didn't
stuff
believe
coming
me
up.
on frog in a duck's mouth.
Also, you looked at a big part of that analogy. The frog is choking the duck, and it's not even a duck; it's a crane.
Well, there's a lot of different depictions. Most of them are ducks.
Yeah, well, you're over. Tell me more about Black Star. What is it?
Yeah, the
It's a
hip hop duo.
It's a rap group.
From the live chat, oldest ride, longest line.
Oh yeah,
It's Ric Flair's got them all.
yeah.
He got them all.
Packers by 40.
I don't think so, Van.
If Aaron Rodgers loses this game, he is not a Packer next year. His final game will be a loss to Detroit
Fitting.
in Lambeau.
In Green Bay's last 5 games, they're 4-1, right? In Detroit's last 5 games, they're 4-1.
They've done it very differently, though.
Green Bay winning record at home. Detroit losing record on the road. 4.5 points, over under around 50. I think I got Detroit on the road, Van. How does that make you feel?
Like you're an idiot, but we're no strangers to that. Green Bay is not going to lose this game.
Detroit averages like 6 more points a game than they do.
Okay, now do their defenses.
Detroit only gives up 4 more points than Green Bay does. It's not looking good for your boys.
I'm going with the team who has had a better quarterback over that time frame, and that's Jared Goff.
Get out. All right.
I'm going with Detroit.
Okay, pick Detroit in your league, Fred.
I have picked Detroit in my league.
Okay.
And I'm taking the over. Also, if I'm running a prop, give me 2 tutties for Williams on the ground.
That's smart money this year.
What's he got? 16? Screw it. Give me 4 tutties.
Green Bay Packers are an exactly different team in the last 6 weeks. Packers easy. Easy.
What's the weather in Green Bay?
Favorable to the Packers.
No, it is not.
You have a way better running game and a better defense. Of course, cold weather favors them.
Aaron Rodgers is super soft. He's from California, and he can't play in the cold.
He has been in Green Bay for 20 years.
Not mentally. I got Detroit on the road. Robert?
Same.
Van?
Fools.
According to the rules of
Packers
the show.
by 40.
Can you dig it?
What did I predict the total points scored? 51. So it's going to be 40-11. That's my prediction.
Sucker!
40-11.
40-11?
Wow.
Where did they get 11 points? The hardest point total to possibly get in the NFL.
Okay, 39-12.
Oh, God. Do you know what combinations of things have to happen for you to get 11 points?
Yeah, it's happened this year, hasn't it?
So the Packers keep them to a field goal all game. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They get a garbage time touchdown. They go for 2.
That's when they decide to go
11
for 2.
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chasing 30.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, Dan Campbell is their coach.
From the live chat, Dark Star is Bart Starr's evil twin.
Nice.
Is that what you're talking about?
I am now.
Friend of the show, Joel, is too flipping funny.
It's going to be about 22 at kickoff.
I'm still going with the Lions. They just played in that weather.
Dan Campbell has a team of destiny. There is just no way.
Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback of destiny. There's just no way.
He had his chance for destiny. He ruined it.
Plenty of time.
Every year in the NFC Championship. Yes, he is destined to go to the NFC Championship and lose to the Niners again.
He ruined it every year.
It's still really good, though.
The number 21 ranked New Mexico Lobos are at home. Probably the last time they're ranked, boys. Do you guys feel that way? They're going to fall out of it?
I mean, they're still only got one L.
No.
All the other teams grouped around them in that area, the top 25, are all 4, 5, 6 losses.
They got UNLV at home this week, and that's going to be an absolute banger of a basketball game. I'm calling runner soccer during the day, and then I'm going to rush over there at night to catch the end of that one. You boys going out? Or you got stuff going on?
Yes.
I got fatherly duties.
Little birthday party?
Birthday party. Yes, sir.
I'm going to pop my head in at least for a minute.
We did not get invited to this birthday party, man.
I was verily invited. To the birthday party.
The Lobos have to get a win at home against UNLV to maintain being ranked. That's my opinion.
Say that
two,
again.
2 L's. Yeah, 2 L's in a row will drop them down a few spots.
So
they will continue to get votes.
I think they need to win big to keep up in the top 25.
It would be, I think just a regular good old win.
If it's close, nah, I don't think they'll drop them out of it. They want to see how they bounce back.
It'd be sold out. That's a fact.
Build character.
Big alumni night over there.
Already
too.
sold out.
If you're going to win big, this is the one. And I don't necessarily know how much like players on the court are like, we got to win big. It's alumni night, blah, blah, blah.
Nah.
Do you have that conversation where you're like, hey, do you want to stay ranked? Because this is how you stay ranked.
You do it in private.
You do, right?
Yeah. Personal conversations.
You don't talk to the whole team about it, but you talk to like the leaders.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, House, go out there and tell the boys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's wrong.
No. You're not a competitor if you don't think like that. You just don't say it publicly.
You don't give anybody chalkboard material.
Yep.
Ever. Unless you're Jadeveon Clowney.
UNLV 11-3 on the season.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. I still feel like UNLV is booty.
A packed pit is an actual home court advantage. It's going to be bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
UNLV will not be able to hear themselves think.
Lobos are going to feed off of that energy.
I'm not afraid of anyone on their roster. It's got to be 20 points. It's got to be going away.
Yeah, I say 15 and above.
You know what I'd really like to do is build a culture for Lobo fan to where it is such a huge cushion at the end of a game where you can look to whoever you went with to the game and say, hey, should we leave a little bit early to beat the traffic?
Beat the traffic.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what I want.
There you go. That's exactly what's needed.
Will it be this Saturday? I don't know. Will it be against Oral Roberts on Monday? Will it be if Saturday goes right? I want your New Mexico Lobos to finish the season undefeated despite their one loss.
They can still go undefeated.
Yeah.
After this loss.
That one doesn't count.
Then after the next one, they can go undefeated the rest of the way too.
The way they should.
Yeah.
Become a number 1 seed. Do that thing. Good week of programming, boys. Any final words?
Oh my goodness. Too much for the time allotted, my friend. But anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive. Monday morning on the opening drive with Jeff, JJ, and Amory.
Don't forget, tomorrow's Lobo game is a whiteout. Wear all the white you can.
Ooh. Keep that in mind with my fit.
Don't have any white clothes left. I'm going to have to go do some laundry or buy new clothes.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you Monday, Burke.
We out.